Welcome to another episode of MZ Talks Boxing, brought to you by Block Fam, HWX, and Track Titans. We're going to get into it.
Track Titans on the beat.
Sway.
Yo, this one of them legacy joints.
Sway. Tighten up. We the green, we the gold. Tighten up. You the sheep, we the gold. Tighten up. You need to say it with your chest. Tighten up. You ain't know this is Southwest.
This S-Dub, you can take the L. We ball hard on the epic scale. This a legacy where you had to see greatness on the quarter field. Cutting board, we dice them up. And if they're running hot, then we ice them up. Trying to bring the spark, then we light them up. And if it's loose ends, then we tighten up.
Tighten
Big
up.
stepping on the competition, no competition when we big step. Fly coaches with the first class. Starting squad and the bench with depth. All around, we all around. When we hit the mat, we grind and pound. This ain't UFC, it's a eulogy. It's game over when you hear that sound. We can swear while I spaz out. We take a show and then dash out. Parking lot and then cash out. No oxygen flow, make you pass out. We gon' lash out at the haters we graded. Now sooner or later you gon' see what I speak is not on me. We a community, buddy, it's on we. Washing the asses, my armor is muddy, my sword is drawn. I'm ready for war. Let out a battle cry. You ask me what is it good for? Look at the score. Relentless, we get offensive. When the offense is looking for more. You feel defenseless, and I'm convinced it's when you see the tight step on the floor.
We the green, we the gold. Tighten up. You the sheep, we the gold. Tighten up. You need to say it with your chest. Tighten up. You ain't know this is Southwest. Tighten up. We the green, we the gold. Tighten up. You the sheep, we the gold. Tighten up. You need to say it with your chest. Tighten up. You ain't know this is Southwest. On the gridiron, we Picasso, the hardwood, Michelangelo. Hit them with the crossover, leaving planet. That's them handles. The players looking shook, and the coaches are starting to panic. The crowd is for the Titans, and finally you understand it. Roll call, offense and defense, we all here. All hearts beating in our chest, loud and clear. Resolve, taking no losses, get out of here. You dealing with the Southwest Titans this year. How long can we be hot? Look at the clock and just wonder. Catch it off the rim, cock it back, and bring thunder. Set back up on D and watch the crowd go crazy. They getting so amped that the building starts to sway. Sway, 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 sway. Southwest. We appreciate you sliding in. We're going to touch on the fights that went on this weekend in Philly. I believe it was in Philly, representing Boots and his crew, and the way things turned out for the guys. There were some good fights. I enjoyed them. I'm sure you did too. Before we get really ragging into it, I'm going to give a chance to family members and friends to get a chance to come and join and have some fun. Let me hit you with back and forth real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and start to cook. Back and forth, we go. 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 Back and forth.
Now you won't catch me going back and forth unless it's to and from the bank. I never do back and forth with a downright hater or a chick who said I can't. I smoke loud, the strongest dank. It's up with me, shouting what you think. Drip too hard, they all gon' drown. The hater try me, he walk the plank. Chef Boyardee with the cook up. If you think it's sweet, but it good luck. I be all in the mix like potluck. Kettle corn, believe I pop up. Bubble rap, they be mad wanna pop us. Go hard, it's just too easy. If it ain't about cash, bump that back and forth, cause it don't please me.
Back and forth,
Bump that.
back and forth, back and forth,
Bump that.
back and forth.
Ain't no tennis court around this way, little mama. I don't do that back and forth. Keep that moving. Did this. Why would I go back and forth with haters broken, hella jealous? Why would I go back and forth with chicks who wrong and overzealous? So you out here running your mouth like we connect. That's how you tell it. Only time we back and forth is when I'm in it out your pelvis. Why would I back and forth when I know he capping and just ain't built like that? Why would I back and forth when I'm knowing off top his top I peel that back? Why would I put myself on a low man level? Boy, I wish I would. And why would I back and forth when they all about drama and I just keep it hood?
Back and forth.
We don't.
Back and forth. Back and forth.
We don't.
Back and forth.
Baby, I'm back and forth over that mediocre mess. I ain't even that athletic, really.
Back and forth.
We be back and forth on the road, back and forth doing shows, back and forth switching gold, back and forth switching woes. Solid hitters never fold. Back and forth to the trap, back and forth switching straps. You can miss me with that acting. They be trying to catch me lacking, but it won't happen. UPS, your boy packing. Ayy, don't back and forth if it's irrelevant. They know I'm a threat and it's evident. Got your chick showing me her measurement. Only real hitters at my residence. Yeah, something is stuck like it's supposed to be. About to bag a chick like some groceries. Now he mad she wanna get close to me, cause she know I don't do all that.
Back and forth, we go. Back and forth, back and forth, we go. Back
Only time I ever really go back and forth is by my paper.
Back
It's my money and I need it now. You dig?
and forth.
I don't back and forth like ping pong, cause that is just too extra. I don't do that back and forth with a hater who down bad and I'm next up. Like a bodybuilder, I flex up, made a hobby out of running checks up. No condiments need to catch up, do it big like I'm from Texas. Go back and forth, I doubt it. I hustle, stack it, then count it. Better boss up with that little cash, big red nose, he clowning. That money boosting my ego. I'm going crazy like CeeLo. Trying to play with me, I go Devo. Never go back and forth with a zero, man.
So like I said, we just trying to get it, I'm letting people get in. I'm gonna chill and slide into it slow. I know I missed a couple of weeks, but we're gonna get on to that. Congratulations to the Davis boys, the brothers. Keyshawn and them went on and they started the weekend off with the boxing beautifully. With they showed up and showed out. Gotta give them nothing but props. Y'all gonna have to forgive my background. I got a full house, all my children, grandchildren running around. So we're gonna try to keep it as best as possible and keep it going. But the Keyshawn Davis boys, Abdullah Mason. A lot of people got to talking about him and talking about he was exposed to this and that. But this youngster won first. Yes, he went out there and he got dropped twice in the first round. And then he turned around and shut it down in the second round. So for people to be talking crazy, this man is learning. And he got up, he showed he got the heart. He got the go get, he got the dog in him. He went out there and finished his competition and did what he needed to do. I'm still looking for big things to come from Abdullah Mason. Keep an eye on him because I think he might be cooking and do something great when it comes down to it. AI Meets and Music. Peace, my brother. What's going on? Good to see you in the house. Just thought I'd come through and cook on the things that took place and ask the question, what happened in Philly with Boots? Bam. Raymond Ford. In my opinion, I know the night was set up to showcase Boots' skills and his proteges and guys that's up under him. But let me say this proudly, and I do say it proudly. I stick my chest out a little bit because the show was stolen, in my opinion, by Jesse Bam Rodriguez, and the way he showed up and showed out, representing the 210 San Antonio, Texas. That's right, that boy, that Texas grown, I say. And Raymond Ford went out there and showed a beautiful style of boxing himself and got a great game going on and looked real good. With that being said, I'm gonna hit one more song and then I'm gonna get on the situation with Boots and Bam and what I think went on and how things went wrong. And you let me know what you think and how you feel about it.
I tell them you can't get like me, oh man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. Bang, bang, don't try me at 5, always be by me. You can't get like me, oh man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. I'm gassed up, ignite me, my cash up, too lit, I be up. I'm a type of nigga that says shit straight. I never did hate, that's a bitch nigga trait. By any means, baby, I'ma get to the K. I been a real nigga, so it ain't for debate. Beefing with me, get you hit with a stake. She left you for me, saying you the mistake. I can't be replaced. No. Saving what hoes? Do you see me with a cape? I hustle from sun up to sundown. If a hater run up, he get walked down. We be up in that stick on who talk down. Reaching for my shit, 5-5. I be putting in work, I don't clock out. Talking dirty, you niggas get mopped out. Shout it like how I kick it like Kung Lao. Cause these niggas be chicken, compound. I ain't wanna do it, but have to. I'm the shit like I live in the bathroom. Pull up, eat it, and dip. She fast food. Girl, let me show you what this cash do. I'm going nuts like the cashews. My name in they mouth with a bad move. Not a brokey, I go with a cash move. I'ma set this shit off if I have to. Hey. Niggas ain't built like me, bionicles, but you self-made. It's ironic though, you original, but you be copying. I'm by my coins, I got that sonic flow. Bruce Lee, Roy, bitch, I got the glow. Probably run a ticket up at Papa Do's. Call me Young Atomic, cause I'm about to blow, nigga. Pause, no homo, no homo.
Well, we back. We back. Yeah, we back. So, first off, I think one of Boots boys' name is Cali Cole, something like that. Let me go ahead and get my stuff together here. Oh, I can't forget about Austin Williams. You know what I'm saying? He did a great job too, especially coming back off of a loss. I believe he was coming off of a loss, came back and got things back on track. Overcame whatever it was, you know, the close loss, the feelings of losing his old. And he came back and made a good showing for himself and handled his business. Rayford also moving up to, I believe, he's 130 now. He's a 130 pounder. Let me say something about that young man. That young man was showing great speed, foot movement. You know, he just outclassed the guy that he was boxing. What was Gonzalez? He outclassed Gonzalez totally. Too much speed. You know, he went to the body. He was stabbing at the body with a good, strong jab. I mean, he was stabbing at the body with a good, strong jab. Just with the eye test, not giving you anything about amateur background, but the thing that we love to go with the amateur pedigree scale to help us get a good look at certain fighters, or all fighters actually, when it comes down to breaking them down, having fights and stuff like that. But Rayford, just with the eye test, you know what I'm saying? If a lot of people get a chance to put their eyes on him, I think he's a fan-friendly guy. Easy on the eye, no diddy, but you know, you got to look at all things that's marketable when it comes to certain fighters, when it comes to all the fighters, actually. They got to be able to whoop ass, they got to have charisma and things like that. But you know, got to give shouts out to them. Cali Cole and Manuel, their fight was one that was a little intriguing to me, because I heard Cole in an interview speaking about how Manuel got stopped with a body shot and how he hits much harder than the guy that stopped him. And I believe, in my opinion, humble as it is, this man went out there and really overlooked Manuel, thinking that things were sweet and he was going to be able to handle his business. He started off jabbing behind his jab and landed some good shots on Manuel in the beginning of the fight, actually in the first round. And for some reason, some way, somehow, he decided he wanted to go head to head and throw nothing, but he just started throwing bombs. You know, he got out of the game playing quick. And Manuel just, you know, being I guess you could say, using an aggressive Mexican style. He stayed in front of Cole. Kept bringing pressure, even though Cole was looking like he was going to be doing something. But after he got touched a couple of times, things changed. I think that's when he stopped using his jab. His corner, in my opinion, really didn't give him anything good to work with. He kept going to the head when he should have been going to the body. He hurt the man with a body shot, and he abandoned it. He just abandoned it and ended up succumbing to body shots himself. I mean, it's one thing to go down by a body shot. It's something else when you talk about what it is. I'm gonna call it the Haney effect, because Haney saw the way Tank handled Ryan. He thought that he was gonna be able to do the same thing. Went out there and got surprised totally. Cole ended up thinking that he can do the same thing. That mindset about power and how hard you hit and what that's gonna get you, which in that fight it proved it didn't get him anything. It got him beat. It got him stopped. It got him stopped straight up. But we're not gonna rag on that. Raymond Ford, speed, agility. You got to give the young man his props all the way around, because he went out there and just handled Orlando. Oh no, I'm wrong. He handled Orlando. And when he dropped him the first time oh my gosh, the right hand was so fast and sweeping when he caught him and dropped the man. I was like, I almost missed it. To be honest with you, I almost missed it. It was so quick. The man hand speed is great, fantastic. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing him in a lot more fights, and hopefully up against some big names. I'm sorry about the background noise. Y'all give me a second. Let me see if I can get that cleared up. Just a hot second. Back at you real quick. I'm back at you. Anyway, who was I talking about? Raymond with the speed. Man, his foot speed, his footwork of staying in front of that man and cutting that man off and not letting him be able to run around and get away from him was flawless. He did his job great. But like I said, Bam Rodriguez, the legend stopper, man. What can you say about Bam? He came out there and he did exactly what he needed to do and made it happen. I don't have any pictures of Bam. Oh my gosh, the disrespect. I'm sorry, Bam. I'm sorry. But talking about it, man, the way he stopped the guy, he caught him up in the corner, sidestepped a little bit and caught him with a crushing uppercut. And this was after he dropped him prior to that. Exciting fight from Bam. Got another good name up under his belt. I'm hearing whispers of him and Chocolatito might be fighting, when at one point they were saying they wouldn't fight. But since they sparred, these are the words that the announcers had said. They had sparred, and all of a sudden now, Chocolatito, talking about he want that smoke. And y'all heard Bam say, come on with it. He ready. Now, that was a quick run through, and it brings us to the man of the hour. The man of the hour, Jerron Boots Ennis. Another chance to show his stuff in Philly. Homecoming fight. And a lot of people say they didn't want to see the fight. The experts, the pros, nobody really wanted to see the fight because the way Karen fought the first time. I'm not going to even attempt to say the man's last name, because y'all know I'll mess a name up in a minute. I'll mess up a sentence, a phrase. You wrote it, I'll say it backwards. So y'all, I'm going to just ride with what's easy for me to say, and that's Karen. Karen told us, and I know a lot of times we don't really listen to fighters and what they had to say, especially after they come out and have a terrible, terrible showing like he had against Jerron in the first fight. But we all know Jerron was very confident going into this fight and talking about that he was going to stop Karen. And I believe that he was stuck in the mindset that he whooped the guy the first time. This time he's going to go ahead and catch him and put him out of there. But somebody should have told Karen that, because I'm sure everybody thought that Boots was gonna go out there and just smash Karen. You know, the crowd was a Boots crowd, and you know they was loud and everything. And once that fight started, once that bell rang, once things got going, and Karen showed that he was not going to be running around the ring, but engaging and throwing punches, it sucked the air out of the building. Straight up, that crowd got quiet. Silence. This man went to Philly and quieted the crowd. Now, Boots had his moments in the fight and everything like that, but he could not get rid of Karen. Karen put up a fight. He denied what Boots thought he was going to go out there and do. He just refused to lay down and have a bad fight. And on top of all that, the man showed some slyness in the fight. He caught Boots with a lot of good shots, which we have spoken on before about Boots and his defense not being elite. His defense isn't elite. Rod X is in the building. What's up, my people? Put that up so everybody can see what's up. You know, saying that Boots' defense isn't elite. His amateur background isn't extensive, so he's learning on the job. The thing that I did notice that he's going to have to work on is frustration. He let it show, and he let it show a lot, and it took him out of his game, in my opinion. And Karen frustrated him twice in the first fight when he just wouldn't engage. I can understand that frustration, but the frustration that he showed in this fight is because Karen could get off on him and was smart enough to be able to wrap him up to keep him from getting worked back. Now, he did end up losing a point because of excessive holding, but it was part of a game plan that he implemented and worked. Excuse me. He implemented and worked. And Boots just, in my opinion, he underprepared. Now, I know there's going to be a narrative that kicks off about, he was struggling because of the weight, and you know it's gonna be that people gonna say he should hurry up and move up to 154. And I just want y'all to remember, right here on this channel, sometime back, we had the conversation about him moving up and getting it cracking, because the way it seems to me, nobody was making the fight at 147, and he was steady pinning his hopes on fighting Terrence Crawford, which in my opinion had done everything he needed to do at 147. He became undisputed, and he beat Earl Spence, who was the darling of 147. I'm gonna just keep it real. And once he left 147, you knew he wasn't coming back. It wasn't no need to start screaming his name unless you were going up there. The focus should have been on Stanionis and Virgil and the guys that are down there with belts at 147. You should have been, if you were really were talking about being undisputed, at 147 and then 154. He seemed embarrassed at the end of the fight when they were giving the interview, and I can understand why. You know, he wanted to show out for the crowd. He wanted to give them a ooh-ah fight and get a great knockout, which he said out of his own mouth. You know, he learned to stop looking for the knockout and just have fun and let it come. I didn't see that. I seen him actually trying to get the knockout. Some people might say I'm tripping, but you know, I like to watch the fights after I get a chance to in slow motion. And this was the time I got to, dare I say, record it, because I had a good way to get it, and I watched it again in slow motion, and that's what I feel. Cameron went out there and gave him opposition. What's up, Gil Cole? What's going on? Glad to see you come through. Cameron went out there and gave Boots opposition that Boots really wasn't ready for. Boots had it in his mind Cameron was not going to engage. He thought he was going to go get out there and jump on him and get to freely throw punches, and just, you know, Cameron was going to ball up and take it. Now, he did hurt Cameron a few times in the fight, but the wily Cameron was able to withstand it. figured out how to wrap up. Never stopped throwing punches. I'll give him that. You know, he put his hands in his pocket briefly, but it was just, I guess, you know, to catch his breath. But he showed bravado within the fight. You know, flexing and showing out a little bit. You know, he turned it into what I think, as far as watching him and whoever was a fan of his corner, his people, he gave them a good fight. He turned in a good performance, a loss, but he earned his check. He earned his check because he was able to show who we got in the building with us. Well, he was able to show Boots, one, he still needs work. And when I say work, I mean serious work. Two, learn how to not let your frustrations show, and you can't let it affect your performance. Three, listen to your corner, man. Listen to your corner. Lala D in the house. She's saying, "What's up, MZ?" Listen to your corner, which I think last night, you know, the corner was giving him some bad info, steady saying, "Go and get him out of here. Go and get him out of here," which tells me that's what they thought they were going to do to him from the get-go. They thought they were going to go out there and just get him out of there. And no matter how many times Boots told them, "Okay, I got you," to go out there to do that, Karen was not cooperating. That man wasn't trying to be out there for you to knock him out. That man was really out there trying to fight. And I commend him for that. And every round that he fought, it shows that Boots needs more work. He better step his defense up. And I don't care what anybody says, but I can use the triangle kind of it'll come to me. We're using three fighters that you can say this is what would happen. Boots ain't ready for Terrence unless Terrence ages immediately. If they were to get into the ring right now, I'm sorry, I would have to say that Boots would get beat for the simple reason, seeing that Karen, not as skilled as Boots, not as skilled as Crawford, was able to go work hard, game plan, get itself together. Triangle theory. You're right, sis. That's what I was trying to think of. Get itself together, show up, and show Boots where he needs to work, or what he needs to work on. You know, if there's anything that Boots should be saying, yeah, he learned some things from that fight. True. I'm gonna get to this weight thing real quick because you know for him to say that you know, I'm gonna go. I guess I got to go on up to 154. The embarrassment really had him where he really didn't have anything to say. The man was at a loss for words because he couldn't believe, in my opinion, that he just went a full fight with Karen again. And this time the dude was fighting and engaging, and you still couldn't get him out of there.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about that shit.
What's going on with you, man? I haven't heard your voice in a minute. Glad to hear you.
Not much, man. I just want to come get my little thoughts on the Karen fight right quick.
Man, get it off then.
So, hey, I remember back when I was at the Champ Ross, right? The Karen Chukazi and Chuka John, how do you say his last name? I'm just calling him Chuka John. Time. But I saw a fight of his, right? That was the first time I heard of him. And after I was studying tape on him, I was like, yo, this little Karen dude, he pretty good. Like, he gonna give anybody a few problems. He ain't like super flashy. He ain't gonna be the best in the division, but he a good fighter, right? I remember I said this way back then. So now, when I see everybody saying that Boots is, you know, he ain't what we thought he was and all of this, in my opinion, he just fought a good fighter. That's it, right? Because Karen, one thing I liked about him when I first saw him fight was that he know how to vary up his punch selection and his rhythm real well. So Boots got hit not only because his defense ain't great, but because Karen know how to catch you with punches. Like he can stand right in front of you and exchange with you and get the better of them exchanges because he know how to vary up his selection and his timing a lot. So I mean, I think at some point we got to give credit to Karen for all the punches he was landing because everybody don't land on Boots like that. So, you know, yeah, that's some credit to Karen, I believe. And
Oh, that's
after the fight,
no. Go ahead. My bad.
okay, like after the fight, he was saying that it's hard to get up for these guys. I ain't saying he ain't no good fighter, but he's not an A-level guy on this blah blah blah. But I'm like, to me, that's a preview of what we gonna see when you get in there with an A-level guy. Or unless either you or your team watch footage on this guy and don't know how to see when you looking at a good fight. And that's an indictment on his team, like you were just saying. They talking about, well, get him out of there. It's like they can't see how good this dude is. And that's a problem. Like, can't nobody over there see that this is a good fighter? So I don't know, man. I think Boots might not be all he was advertised, but at the same time, Karen is a lot better than people thought he was too. So them.
I feel you. I agree with that 100%. I'm thinking, excuse me, that because the first fight turned out the way it did, which was a horrible fight. Even Karen said that himself. But you can't backdoor and think that you're gonna run through this guy or have this guy on the ropes the same way. I learned that lesson playing basketball with my team. We had beat a team that had been beating our school prior to me getting to that school and our squad getting to that school. We finally beat them. And when we met them the second time, we thought things were sweet. And they went out there and hit us in the mouth and surprised us. And by the time we got our bearings and started actually getting it together, the clock had ran out. It was too late. And I think that might have caught Boots the same way. Like I said earlier, I'm going to start calling it the Haney effect because Haney thought that he can do things like that against Ryan because of what Tank did. It ain't sweet like that. You still got to put in the work and do what you need to do. Now, I'll also attain that maybe Boots was trying a little too hard to impress the crowd and get the knockout. And with that happening, on top of Karen being better trained and ready to fight this time, it gave him a lot more openings that he took advantage of. Now, I say Boots got, some nice little whiskers on him, but, like I said, looking at stuff in slow motion is different. You kind of see a different reaction, or at least your mind perceives that you're getting a different reaction because sometimes it looked like the punch that Karen landed shocked Boots a little bit. And when I say shocked him, I mean it made him have to get his stuff together. But I think it was a big mistake for them to keep telling him to go out there and try to knock the guy out. They should have told him to go ahead and start touching him with the jab constantly and softening him up and let the knockout come naturally. That would have been the show that the crowd would have been looking for. Because, like I said, once Karen started putting in work and landing good shots on Boots, that crowd, the air started getting sucked up out that place, man. And at one point, they was on hush. They was on hush. That's what Karen did. Karen came into Philly and put it on hush on the night that the Pride son was supposed to be doing his thing. Yeah, he still got the win, but shoot, it wasn't spectacular like they thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, for sure, man. I just think like Boots, he able to depend on his gifts so much that he got in there with Karen. Like Karen is a real fundamental fighter. So like that's the one thing that can shut down all that flash is some real good fundamentals. And Karen, that's exactly what Karen did, I think.
It's exactly what he did. It was a whole different fight. And yes, Gil Coles, your assumptions is right. Karen did make adjustments in the fight. And once again, Boots was trying to get him out of there. He said he was going to try to get him out of there, which goes against everything that he had been saying that he had learned. Everything that he claimed he learned, he went against. He went against. The only thing that he couldn't do, and I believe he tried to, he just couldn't get it done. I think he did try to get Karen out of there when his dad was telling him to. And every time he went out there and attempted to do it, that's when Karen really started getting off. Karen was doing some beautiful stuff out there in that ring, man.
Really was, man. We got to give that man credit.
That man was doing some pretty stuff out there. When he started catching Boots with that first he caught him with a straight left, if I'm remembering right. Bam, with a little step over to the side. And it kind of reminded me of seeing Lomachenko and Bam move like that and catch you from a different angle. So I'm sitting here saying, okay, Karen looked like he really came to fight. He wasn't just talking. Then the next thing you know, I'm checking out how they getting these, how he got off on Boots, and he did this pivot spin out that was pretty. You know, he threw some punches, and to get himself out of harm's way, he spent on Boots. You know what I'm saying? He pivoted and came right up out of there because Boots had kind of worked him toward the corner, but Karen was getting up out those corners, man. And he wasn't afraid to let his hands go. The man put on a hell of a fight. His family, his coach, his people should be proud of, very proud of him. Very proud of him. If he had just a little more pop, he probably would have been able to hurt Boots. Might have been able to even not knock him out, but get him in a situation where the cards have been a lot closer and it could have ended up going his way. This is just my opinion. Humble as it is, you know, I know Boots won. I'm just saying what could have if he had. So, you know, if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk before anybody get to saying anything about it. A lot of it was Bozzy's fault. I can agree with you on that because I think his trainer should have not been screaming for a knockout. You know, when you didn't see that coming, when you recognized that your opponent had came to fight and not get on his bicycle, right then should have let you know, hey, we're not finna go do that. We're not finna go and try to knock him out. Son, we're gonna change up the plan because you gotta have, I'm sure you go into a fight with more than one game plan. But I guess when you think you're gonna just run somebody over because they didn't stand up and give you a fight in the first fight, you thinking that's the same thing that you're gonna get. And you can't be like that. You gotta be prepared. You gotta look at each opponent. Regardless if you're seeing him again, you got to look at him as something might come. He's going to do something different if he can possibly do it. And Karen did everything different.
Man, I Karen myself. I've been a fan since my first song.
Can you get a little closer to the mic? We can hardly hear you.
Oh, my man. You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Do you remember that first fight where he said he was watching Mike Tyson tape, so he went in there with all that peekaboo shit?
I do vaguely remember that, but now that you're speaking about it, he did come out with that. We're trying to do that.
Talking about I'm gonna get a knockout because I've been watching Mike Tyson footage. He came in there like doing all that peekaboo shit, Karen like 5 feet away from him. He's trying to move in like he's Mike Tyson. So. I mean, this fight looked a lot different, but I mean, I think he had the same objective. He thought he just gonna run over this guy. He done had all this time to watch footage on this guy and realize he ain't no pushover. But I understand, man, it's some flaws. That's what happened. That team over there.
You get to believe in the hype. You know, you can't believe the hype. You good, okay? You good, but all the greats, when they good, what do? They keep working. They keep tweaking on things. They try to see, hey, I'm weak right here. I'm gonna get stronger right here. Honestly, I can say every performance from Boots, because people are getting knocked out, has been the same performance. We don't really see if he's actually learning something, if he's actually on that trajectory where he's looking at everything and trying to get all these different aspects of his game better. And hopefully this fight will make him do that. Him saying that it's hard to make weight, because it almost, in my opinion, I don't care what people say, in my opinion, it almost sounded like he was trying to lean and give an excuse for not looking good. You know, and there was no excuse. The excuse was Karen came to fight. This was a hard fight, ladies and gentlemen. I toughed it out. He came and gave me something different from what I expected. I can live with you saying something like that.
Yeah, that's what he should
But
say. He should say better than I thought he would.
ain't no harm in that. Ain't no harm in that at all. You still came out with the victory, so it don't hurt you to give that man his props and say, hey, this was a hell of a lot harder fight than what I thought I was gonna come out here and get into. I still got the victory, but I see some stuff that I got to go into the lab and I got to work on and get together. Because honestly, when you step in the ring with one of the elite fighters that you claim you are, the things that you did wrong, getting frustrated, letting it show, to me, that's a telltale sign of your mental weakness. The great ones, you don't see them get flustered and stuff like that. You see them figure it out and do something, and next thing you know, they done dunked or they done ran you over, or they done knocked your ass out, or beating you up in a way that you can't do anything else but shell up. But you got to get yourself to that, because you end up facing one of those guys, dare I say, on the Crawford level, that thinks that can adjust and do things like you. You're gonna be in trouble. It's gonna be a bitter pill to swallow, to take a loss like that and not be ready.
Hey man, shout out to Dark King. He said, I'll admit I was clowning Karen from the first fight, calling the man happy feet. Last night Karen stepped the boots and got busy with him. But yeah, man, that first fight I was disappointed with Karen because I knew Karen had the skills to fight with boots. But I'm like, man, why is he run? Because he don't usually fight like he fought in the first fight. So that shit was disappointing to me. But last night I feel like, man, he did me proud. Because like I said, I was a fan of the guy. So I like what I saw from him last night. I want to see him fight more welterweights. More
Yeah,
big
because
name welterweights.
he can be a problem. He can be a problem. He got some short arms, but the way he moves, he can get in and be effective. He showed that against Boots quite a bit. And man, it was impressive. I don't care. I'm not hating on Boots. I'm not hating on Karen. I saw a good fight, especially on the side of Karen, that deserves being talked about. Because what did Boots do to make you say, you know what, I got it? Nah, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing like that. He won the fight hands down. I won't even say that, but Karen did win rounds.
Yeah,
he did win rounds.
I mean,
and
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say he definitely won some rounds. Like I initially I tuned in at like the midway point of the fight. I'm like, damn, Karen putting some shit together. I don't know what the first rounds look like, but this might be a close fight.
Well, shoot, I was there right from the beginning. Yasser in the house. What's going on, Yasser? Brian Norman Sr. said Boots hit like a girl, and he will follow Jerron everywhere he goes until he fights him. Wow. It's a little too late for that. You should have took the fight in the first place.
Yeah, they had a chance to be the ones in the ring last night.
Yeah, that was they could have had that chance. And who knows? Now you sitting at home talking about, man, I would have did this and I would have did that. Oh well, you didn't. You didn't sign the fight. So ain't no need to be talking about it. Boots probably, I don't know. Do you think he gonna move up to 147? I mean, to 154. Do you think he's gonna 154, or you think he gonna I don't know, because the way he stood out there in that ring and talked last night, what can I say? The embarrassment, he was at a loss for words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be in his best interest now. He's in best interest now. He done blamed that performance on getting down to 147, so he might as well move up now.
Okay. Joseph
I don't know
Brown,
if you heard that, but
I heard him when I heard that's why I keep saying, he was at a loss for words, because he was embarrassed at the performance that he put out. But he shouldn't have been. He should have been like, man, this dude came, and well, maybe he don't get it right away, but Bozy should be able to at least get it. That's his training. He should say, okay, we got a lot more to work on. Joseph Brown enjoying the chat. Did I say Yasser was in here already? Dog Kent, he said, I was thinking Boots was ready for 154, but I think it's too many killers in that weight class. Right now, that would hurt Boots if he's if his defense is still like it is from last night. That's a good point. That is a good point. But you know, he is one thing that you got to say, and that is he's been advertised. He's been advertised as a certain thing, kind of like Haney's been advertised as a certain thing. You know, you can't just get away from that. He's gonna have to step his game up. Like I said, it's my opinion. He got to get his ass in the lab and really bite down and really tighten up on what it is. Never overlook an opponent. Never think that things are gonna be sweet and that you can just do this and do that at will. Because straight up, man, that dude showed him that you're not just finna do what you want to do out here. You finna really have a fight. And old Karen went out there. I bet people ain't making jokes about it now. And if they are, they just don't get it. They just don't get it. That this man was in the ring with a very hard fight. And that's what it was. Like when Charlo had that one fight, I can't remember the guy that he was fighting. And everybody was like down on Charlo, but I was like, man, that dude that came in there and was fighting. You know, so you gotta give his competition some credit. Joseph Brown said Boots needs to focus on the fundamentals. Yes, he does. He switched a lot in that fight. Now I can say a couple of times he did get off out of the southpaw stance, but old Karen was like, you know, really thinking on his feet. And doing different stuff to throw Boots off. He really fought a great fight. Showed he had good footwork. Matched up with Boots, in my opinion, as far as footwork goes, because he had Boots following him. He also had Boots off balance a couple of times. Dare I say. Yeah, it's true. It's true. He did. Y'all don't believe me? Let me see. Right there. Karen was lighting Boots' ass up with some good shots. Give that man his credit. Don't call him a scrub or a bum. I'm not saying Boots ain't good. He just ain't elite great. Keep it real. We all grown. Don't let your feelings get hurt. It is what it is. The man is elite. No, he's good. Now we see why Jerron and Eddie lowball Brian. Brian said he knows they will KO Jerron now. Man, as far as the Normans go, Hyphy on the real, they got to put in some work. They got to plow some ground. They got to eat up some road before anybody's really gonna look at them in a believable way. You know what I'm saying? What you saying? MZ, why did Jerron do that leaping left hook? He did a 180 and ended up off balance. What kind of skill is that? Well, I'm gonna blame that on frustration. He got flustered with the guy. You know, he was in a fight that he had no idea he was gonna be in. Karen had at least 5 rounds in that fight. Even maybe splitting one of the rounds with Boots. Man, dog, you watched that mug, didn't you? That's what I'm talking about. I don't know why I did it, Hyphy, except I could say Karen actually had that dude frustrated out there. I mean, frustrated. Boots wasn't able to just get off the way he thought he was. And then when he did get off on him, Karen was able to, one, survive, wrap Boots up. Boots got to learn how, you don't want to get wrapped up. You don't want to be frustrated. Learn how to not get wrapped up. Learn how to make somebody not be able to put their hands on you. Learn how to get out of the clinch. You know, it was a lot going on that I could see. Like, I think you let yourself get frustrated a lot in the job that you're doing. You got to tighten up that mental. You have to tighten up that mental. What if you end up out there with one of those killers that's just a thinking machine while they beating on you? How you gonna deal with that? you can't get frustrated to the point where you don't even well, it's good that you. Well, I can't even say he didn't listen to his corner because he tried to knock Karen out. Karen just wasn't going for it. Karen just wasn't going for it. Stay in the pocket too long. We'd like to see Boots continue to work with Bam Rodriguez and Robert Garcia, because Bam Bam, no doubt, is pound for pound. Oh, Bam did his thing, man. Come on now. Bam Rodriguez, now, I'm in the city that he represents. You know what I'm saying? Bam did his thing. He went out there, another great, stole the show. Stole the show. That's what he did. He went out there and made it happen. I'm proud of Bam, man. Bam looked real good. And Raymond Ford looked good too. Did you see that fight? Karen the manager. Did you see that fight?
No, I didn't get a chance to watch that one.
You only fight you saw was Boots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in that chair before. Say, Lala say, ain't nobody clinching my boy Bud like that. Now, Bud ain't too much letting somebody wrap him up. But that's a different type of monster. You know, that's a whole different type of situation. And that's what I'm saying about Boots right now. You know, honestly, you know, you pretty much missed out on Undisputed at 147 because you done told the world that this performance pretty much stems from you having to make 147. So there will be no Stanionis or Virgil Ortiz or anything like that for you to get all the belts and become undisputed. Like we said some months ago, he talking all that hoorah about Bud and them not wanting to fight him. But you know they campaigning at 154. And we had said, you know, on this channel, going up to 154, quit messing around at 147. It's probably better for you anyway. So did we foresee it on this channel? Yes, we did. I give the Block family props because they sure did that. But shoot, you better get up. If you're going up to 154, when you get up there, you better be done tightened up your defense. You better be done tightened up your mind where you don't get frustrated because something's not working. That's why you got tools in the box. That's why you practice. That's why you work on uppercuts and hooks and stepping to the side and pivoting and all these different things. That's what you're supposed to be able to do. Yes, Joseph Brown, that uppercut that Bam Bam ended the fight with was a thing of beauty, especially the way he caught him up in the corner and slid over to the side and dug it into him. I'm talking about, you know, it got, excuse me. You know, it got to be serious when you hit the ground and you take your mouthpiece off and roll over. Yeah, he laid on his back and took his mouthpiece off. JB was like, whoo, do I want to do this anymore? Slowly rolled over and the referee called it off. I'm like, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? Bam did his thing out there. Made it happen. Dog Ken says that Blair Cobb's calling out Boots after Boots fight Eddie. Tried to deflate Blair to fight Ken first. Blair said he want the winner, not the loser. Blair might have seen something to expose. What Blair fight at? 147?
Yeah, 147.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say the fight probably not going to happen because Boots, if he's smart and he's true to his word, because to have another fight at 147, and let's just say it's another bad performance, or you take a loss, that's all I can say. You know, people will be saying in hindsight that was a horrible move. So instead of sticking at 147, going up there and get yourself prepared for that smoke at 154. You know, going up there where it's cracking at. You still stand a chance to make some legacy stuff happen if that's what you really trying to do. Make Philadelphia proud. Do your thing, Boots. 154 got some people up there that's ready. Going up there and dance and get your thing on. Callie how is am I saying is it Khaled Cole? He went out there and got the fight beat out of him. Straight up. Just went out there and got the fight beat out of him. So came to some body blows. The same thing that the man that beat him lost with. Caught him on tape talking about he got started with a body blow. And I hit way harder than that guy. I can't remember the guy's name, and I ain't gonna try to because I'll mess it up. But yeah. So he went into that fight with that mindset. And like I said, when the fight started, he was looking good. He was using his jab, he was getting some pot shots in and catching old boy. And when he got a body, he got a good body shot in and hurt the guy. But shoot, old boy kept coming and started digging in his body. And what we like to say, let's see what happened when they get hit back. And well, we saw what happened when he started getting hit back. He started getting hit back, and you could see he started giving ground. Then he started covering up. Yeah, he still would throw some punches here and there, but you could tell that the fight was getting beat out of him. He ended up going to the corner. Even his corner was like, "Say, man, I'm gonna stop the fight." And the referee, get this. The corner said, "I want to stop the fight." So the referee gives him a chance to say, "You want to stop the fight?" So the man say, "Yeah, I want to stop the fight." If I'm remembering correctly, he said, "I want to stop the fight twice." Then he talked to the fighter and said, "Say, man, you want to fight? You want to fight? You want me to stop the fight?" So old boy says no. He don't want to go out in the corner. I'm guessing. I don't want to lose in the corner. I ain't going out sitting down. I'm gonna go out here. Went out there. It didn't take but a few more punches and the fight was over because that body got touched. He must have got touched, and that pain just would not subside because he took a knee. He took a knee each time pretty much when that body got touched with a good hard shot. My boy Hyphy say, "Who your number one fighter at 135?" I ride with the little yellow dude. That Keyshawn say that he ready to beat up. What Keyshawn tell you? He say stop. Did he say stop acting light skin or stop acting yellow? I think it was light skin. My question with Keyshawn though, which he did his thing, and he want to fight Tank. Okay, you want to fight Tank. Y'all have a fight. I think it'll be a good fight. But why are they going around saying that they won't fight each other, him and Shakur? How about that, Hyphy? Tell me something about that. Lala said, Boots better not go to 154, as they say. Yeah, y'all tweaking. Nah, man. Nah. What else he gonna do, Lala? What he gonna do? He said that, he pretty much blamed the bad performance on the fact that he had to make 147. If he's struggling to make 147, it's nothing in between 154. You gotta let him go up there, sis. He got to go up there. He boots. That's Philly's own boots. He got skills. He could fight. He a killer. It was prepped for a hot second that they was avoiding this dude. Not saying that they not still avoiding him. I'm just saying how much avoiding are they gonna do now that Karen showed the performance that he showed. Boots got to get on the learning curve. He got to get on it quick. He got to get on he got to tighten up his mental. First and foremost, got to stop going out there thinking he just gonna snatch a knockout from somebody. Got to start going out there, controlled aggression. You got to be thinking. You just can't think that you're gonna go out there and just do whatever you want to these guys, man. It ain't like that. So I don't know what to do. No disrespect to Roach. I like him. What's going on with Roach? Joseph Brown, tank fight, but not versus a cab driver or even Roach. Nobody, a lot of people giving Roach, a hard time, but I think Roach gonna be able to give Tank some work. Only thing I'm having a problem with is the fight happening in Houston or not. Are they moving it somewhere else? Because I was hoping it was in Houston. Because That's down the road. I was gonna really try to go down there and get some stuff, but I don't know. But I think Lamont Roach, I think he's gonna make a good showing for himself out there against Tank. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be a bad fight. I've said previously that I think it's gonna be a good fight. He might make Tank do some different stuff. Like Calvin Ford always saying, and Tank got some more stuff in his bag. I really want to see it. I really want to see it. Not being nosy, but I am kind of jumping in dog Kent and Lala's conversations about Boots going to 154, but he got to adjust his defense. That's what I mean when I say he got to get on the learning curve and he got to get on it quick, because in my opinion, he got a little bit of time to figure out what he's going to do. Staying at 147, you got to make the best and good decision. If you waste time and it's hard for you to make weight at 147, then dare I say, all his fights would have to be toward one of the belt holders, especially if he's trying to hold true to becoming undisputed at 147. If not, what really will be the purpose, yes, is to tighten up his defense. But while you're tightening up your defense, you should be getting some scalps while you're at it. That experience, iron sharpens iron. You got to be going against the best. You need to be going against the best in order to get yourself tightened up. So his decisions are, the decision they have to make is teetering of going up and having to go up and be tight defense ready right away, ready to go, or try to practice more while struggling to make weight. That's asking a lot. Many were saying Jerron would have whooped Earl worse than Terrence. What would you say now? I can't even make the comparison, because Terrence whooped Earl so easily, in my opinion. And y'all know how I feel about Earl, but at the same time, he did beat Earl very easily. Some people want to go on a limb and say it was because Earl had such a hard time making weight at 147. Terrence said he had a hard time making weight too. To me, it just showed the skills was just at a different level. Totally. We know that Boots is fast. We know that Boots could switch hit and things like that. But my problem with Boots is his IQ, his ring generalship, isn't really there. And we got a chance to show it. We got a chance to see that against Karen, because Karen stepped on the gas and pushed Boots. He pushed him in such a manner that it caused him to not look good. It caused him to look shook at some times, frustrated a lot of times. And that right there is big telling. So, his decision on which way he's going to go, they're going to have to sit down and really come up with something. But Boots beating Earl worse than Crawford, I don't think so. I don't think that would have happened. I think it would have been a great fight if Crawford hadn't beat up Earl first, but people would be expecting it. But I think it would be a good fight. We don't see Earl I've never seen him get frustrated. I've always seen him work in the game plan, period, no matter what. And that right there could cause Boots to get frustrated. So we don't know. Boots can mess around and go out there and get beat up by Earl. But that's just a conversation. So it is what it is. I won't say that Boots got exposed. He just got opened up to himself and showed, hey, there's a lot more stuff you need to work on, homeboy, before you get telling these people that how great you are and all the people that you can beat. Because at this moment right now, I don't think nobody believes you when you say you can beat Terrence Crawford. I'm sorry. I just, this performance right here for me makes me say, I don't believe you. I don't. But if you guys do, let me know. I don't want to be stepping on this man's feet, because, I'm not going to hate on nobody. I'm going to just speak the truth about what I feel, my opinion. Simple as that. Appreciate that, Lala. Earl is retired until further notice. Come on, JB. Yeah, because I haven't heard anything about the Fundora fight at all. Nothing. Nothing. It's limbo with that. And all I'm hearing is this outside noise about the fight with Tank and Roach not happening. But for Tank to stay out the ring even more, who the heck is up to fight it right now? Who's free? They need to go ahead and quit tripping and go and get the fight made. If he said Boo said he may need to go to 154, but during the fight week, he said he felt good. He an excuse maker. I wouldn't call it an excuse maker, Hyphy. Like I said, in the beginning, not in the beginning, at the end of the fight, you know, a couple of things was realized. One, I didn't knock this dude out like I said I was. Two, I didn't look good in front of the people in the home crowd. Three, they finna stick this microphone in my face and expect me to say something. And right now, you know, I'm at a loss for words. He really had nothing to say. He was almost talking in circles when it came down to it. It was hard to make 154.
I'm gonna agree with Hyphy. That sounds like an excuse to me.
Well, you know, I think he tried to keep from making an excuse. But embarrassment, like I say, it just had him in a realm that I don't think he's used to being in. And you know, this is a time to learn from. You know, you got to still be able to think. You still got to be coherent, no matter what's going on. The fight just ended. You won. You didn't look good winning. What you got to say about it? You know,
the weight was too much to make. Maybe time to move to 154.
Man, so all I can say is good luck to him. I hope he's learned from this fight. I was kind of raising my eyebrow about Keyshawn's opponent, not to take anything away from the young brother, but his opponent, he looked like too easy. But congrats to Keyshawn and his brother's victory. On the cool, when I heard that the dude was 6 pounds over at the weigh-in scale, and Keyshawn said he was gonna still take it, I was like, okay, this gonna ring alarms if Keyshawn go out here. This is what I was thinking when I just saw the weigh-in. I was like, this gonna raise alarms if Keyshawn go out here and beat this dude. You know, that's gonna really put fire on the Haneys. But then I understand that he was even bigger going on fight night, and Keyshawn went out there and handled his business. And yeah, that part. He went out there and did his thing, which again brings a big fire to the Haneys, because Ryan was just 3 pounds over, but you know they're gonna still throw in the PED thing. But Keyshawn went out there and whooped this boy's ass. Now he calling for action with Tank, which I could respect that, but I'm having a hard time understanding how y'all got a group of good fighters in the same stable and they all talking about they won't fight each other. I'm not getting it. Keyshawn talking about he won't fight what's that other brother? He won't fight Shakur. Yeah. And it's another dude that Shakur was talking about he wouldn't fight. I'm like, hold on, man. How all the good fighters, or supposedly good fighters, supposed to be all under the same umbrella, ain't gonna fight each other. But it is what it is. Let me ask you.
I just want to say. Oh, go ahead.
Nah, it was a pause. Go ahead.
Limos gave Richardson Hitchens all kind of problems. People thought Hitchens lost that fight, so you know, I got to give Keyshawn credit for that. Even though a different style and everything, but you know,
he still handled his business.
Yeah.
And old boy, like I said, old boy came in. The telling thing to me is, you know, I feel like Keyshawn can fight. He got skills and everything like that. But to limit yourself as far as opponents go, I'm not really feeling that. And like you said, different styles. I didn't get to see the Richard Hitchison fight. I didn't get to see that fight. But Who in critical
Well,
condition?
you know, Richards and Hitchens, he a pure boxer. You know, he stays circling, moving on the back foot the whole fight, and Demos was just putting that pressure on him, and it made it a hard fight for him.
Oh, okay. He getting ready to have a fight himself pretty soon. Hitchison. I saw him facing off.
No,
I can't remember the dude that he was standing in front of. Eddie Hearns got there. He getting ready to fight. I think it's Eddie Hearns. That they Hitchison is getting ready to fight pretty soon.
I saw him
Those
in the
Brown-
ring, but
Yeah, that's not. Was they in the ring? Yeah, they were in the ring. He had got in the ring first, and then the other guy got in the ring, and they supposed to be getting ready to have a fight. I think they fighting for a vacant belt. I think. I might be mixing up my information, but I know he's getting ready to fight. I know that. If you ain't blood brothers, you need to get in the ring. Get in the ring and fight at some point, especially if it's to prove who's the best. Yeah, that's the part I'm not getting. You know, y'all trying to say that y'all conceding, like we got a group and this the captain and everybody else is lieutenants up under. I know boxing not finna go to that. That would be weaker than whale water. For real, you know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to hear that narrative. I've heard Shakur say it. I've heard Keyshawn say it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling that at all. He said, I assumed Mason's opponent wasn't going to be effective, but when he put Youngin on his back pockets twice, it woke Youngin up. But he needed that. You know, he had been breezing through people, looking good, untouchable. You know, before his ego really blew up, you know, and got into the stratosphere where he wouldn't be able to hear nobody. He got touched, and it grounded him, in my opinion. Came out there and handled his business in the second round where it made it's over. And sometimes that's what people need. They need to be shook to the core, where it wakes them up and get them back on track. Not saying that the youngin was off track, but now it lets him know, hey, you got to be sharp all the time because at any minute you can get caught with something. And you don't want that, especially when it turns out like that. You got dropped twice. Can you imagine if he had a guy hit and slipped, the fight could have been over? If the 3 knockdown rules in effect. But shoot, he showed that he got some metal in him. He showed mental state, strong, check. His mental continuity is there because he was able to get up off his back pockets, as you put it, twice. Finished the round, come back out in the second round, and correct all the mistakes that he made and put an end to it. There's some good hot fighters on the horizon. I'm almost kind of glad of the changing of the guard. Only thing that disappointed me and shook me a little bit is I saw Conor Benn, and they said he could fight. They're gonna let him fight again. You talking
that
about
was Liam Paro that he was facing off against Richards and Hitchens.
Oh, okay, he getting ready to fight Paro.
Yeah, Paro got the IBF right now.
Okay, so it's not okay. I said vacant. I was wrong. So it's not a vacant. He going to try to take the build up off a champ.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you, Richie. Hopefully, I will be tuning in. Man, work been killing me, man. Been whooping my ass all over the place. But yeah, I'm expecting Mason to do his thing. I'm expecting because all of them are young, man. If they just fight, it would be great. I think I saw something. I don't want to say. Here it is. Joseph Brown said, heard Al Heyman is out of boxing. Can anyone confirm this? What I've heard, honestly, was that he was the plan was he was leaving boxing. I don't know if they're gonna turn the PBC over to somebody or anything like that. But I was mulling that over, and I came over with the thought that, hey, the PBC came in and made some noise. At one point, people had galvanized and was like, you know, it's PBC over top ranked people were doing that. The Zone came in and tried to do something. things will start getting a little stagnant. Man,
Yeah, I
Turkey
heard
out
he
shit.
wasn't in good health.
Well, I heard that Charlo boy say that he was sick, but I haven't heard anybody else confirm that. I've really not heard anything.
Your boy Prick Glazer said he was sick, so he claimed to have all the inside knowledge. So
Huh. Well, if he is, prayers to him, and he gets better. Right now, all I can say is for the last couple of weekends, I'm sorry about that. Last couple of weekends, boxing cards have been showing their asses. We have been seeing some great cards, some good fights. It took an outside source, as in Turkey Al Sheikh, to come into the game for a little minute because all the big hitters over here were tripping with each other. And the zone was just, I don't know, what can you say? The zone was just the zone. What is your thoughts on this?
You about to ask me
Go
my
ahead.
thoughts on the state of the sport?
No, I was actually going to read the question from Kent. What's your thoughts on Schofield? But I'm going to hold that down so you can answer the other part that we were talking about.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, man, I think, this is just a time when boxing about to take a turn and all this stuff just seem to be lining up, in the universe. They say Al Heyman about to lead the sport. PBC, they like to be on their little island, Floyd and them, why would we make another company rich? They don't really like to work with other people. You'll see Top Rank and Queensberry and Top Rank and DAZN, they'll work together, but PBC just they kind of be on their own thing. The fighters don't fight a lot. They don't have a lot of fight dates. So I mean, I think it's a good thing if they get on up out the way so we can start getting these fights.
Now I'm gonna touch on that because
he created some black fighters, historically black fighters didn't get the money they deserve. He came in and changed that, but he did what he was supposed to do, and I think it's time for them to get on up out the way.
Right, because if you notice, it was easy for his model to work with the pay-per-view being dead and all that kind of stuff. You remember when they were going through all that. The reason that I think Heyman and PBC was able to hold on to the game with such a grasp as they did because Floyd was still fighting for that period of time. Remember? Yeah. And once he left, that superstar, there's no other fighter like that, like him. Brash, charismatic, can fight. Go out there and get it done. Always in the gym, not drunk, you never seen him drunk, never seen him high, all that kind of crap. He had his problems, but that motherfucker could perform. And we don't have that now. And PBC, in my opinion, was grasping at the straws of who was the next one. Deontay Wilder made a big splash because he could knock everybody out, but we knew he had no skills. It was just a certain time before that roller coaster ride ended. Earl Spence, I guess, would have been the next up, but he got derailed by Crawford. Everybody's got derailed. Tank is coming into his own, and it's no telling how he's going to turn or go. But either way, didn't he say that he got like 6 fights left and he's trying to get out the game? So I agree with you.
About that.
Yeah, he was saying that he had. I saw him on some interview. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but I saw Tank on some interview speak on. He was speaking about having so many fights left, and then he was gonna get out the game. He was gonna make his money and bounce. And I found that kind of strange. So I was like, damn, where have I heard that before? Floyd Mayweather was Showtime. They had a certain amount of fights. They milked it like they could, the best they could, but there was a certain amount of fights. Al Heyman and PBC now. When Floyd stepped down, I guess the game was we're gonna keep it rolling with with the crew that we got because we got some good fighters. Only thing was those fighters were not dedicated like him, and as skilled as him. So them coming out the way, I think it's an explosion on different fighters exploding and getting to go to different places now. Let's see if Matchroom, Top Rank, Golden Boy. Let's see if they learn their lessons from when PBC came into the game, because PBC came into the game and put a lock on it for a second. So are they going to be smart enough to start making the fights and continuing to make the fights? Because I did hear Eddie say something about Turkey Al Sheikh asking, was it Bam? One of the fighters that had a pretty win, they were asking, they were saying that Sheikh wanted to see them fight. And let's go back because I don't want to skip over Dog Kent's question. He was saying, what's your thoughts on Schofield's performance last week? The Hispanic dude came to fight too. Floyd Schofield got a check like Boots did the other night. He got the same kind of check. He ran up against somebody who was ready to fight, who came to fight, who wasn't, odd or wild by your so-called persona. That I think the only person that really has that thought in their head about him is he and his family. I don't see him being that great dude like he's claiming to be. He overcame, but old boy gave him the what for, so he'd know how to get in the ring, get his stuff together. Excuse me, I'm trying to watch my French.
Wait, who are you talking about right now?
Floyd Schofield. And how he looked.
Oh,
is that the fight where he got that gash on the side of his face from with the headbutt?
Hey man, look, I'm a Floyd Schofield fan, so I like the way he gonna come in there and fight. So he came in there, he gave that dude a fight. Had it been Shakur, everybody would have said it was boring because he would have been running away from the guy. So Floyd Schofield went in there, got in his face, fought him. People say he got dropped, but he really threw a punch way too hard and threw himself off balance. And the dude threw a punch when that happened. He didn't really get dropped for real. But
Okay,
I'm a fan of his. Yeah. I'm a fan of the guy fighting style. He real young, so he got a lot of time to improve. So, I ain't think it was a bad performance like everybody said it was. But
I'm
he
just
went in there
saying,
and gave you a fight.
Right, and that's one of those kind of fights that make you say, okay, this is the stuff I need to work on. That's what I gathered from the fights. You still got the win, so it's not a loss, but you got the win and you got a nice plate of what you need to work on. Hey, I need to work on my defense a little more while I fight on the inside. How do I protect myself like that? You know what I'm saying? Boots. Yeah. How do I, first of all, be prepared for a dude that you think you can run through. Because the way Karen was just sliding in, it was something to wonder. I was like, man, he getting up on Boots so quick, because he overcame that reach advantage real quick. He overcame that instantly in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Once he did that, it in my opinion, it threw Boots off. It really threw Boots off because he was like, damn, this motherfucker got in here and caught me twice already. How that happened? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. I know you saw it like I saw it. Karen was, you know what I'm saying? He was getting in there. Yeah. Caught that boy with that left, then caught him with a right. I'm like, hold up. This man here came to fight.
Yeah.
Boots was looking like, wait a minute. What are you doing? This ain't how this went last time. You supposed to be running. Karen was coming forward. Yeah, he didn't follow the script at all. He just went off script. He just forget the monologue. I'm going like this here. Take some of this. And he fought a good fight. And when he got hurt, he was well aware of how to escape that. This was a good learning fight for Boots. Good learning fight. And something he should have learned. If he didn't, he better hurry up and realize it. Go watch the footage. Learn to work on your defense. Let me see. Our brother said something. Shakur said Schofield food. He get in the ring with him. Wow. Right now, Shakur got to come in, have a great fight, a great showing in his next show before he get to running his mouth again. I saw him in the interview on the side of the ring, and I saw him in the interview prior to that talking about he liked that. He been like that. He can show the world. Now you got to show him again. But let's be real. Every time you got to show the world. You got to show the world. Every time you step out there, it ain't no maybe this time I'm good and maybe next time. Nah, we need to see a good performance all the time. Even when Floyd had a bad performance, he was well aware enough to say, man, the dude came to fight. He gave me a hard fight, you know, whatever. And if it was a good enough, hard enough fight, we saw it twice. And he go out there and make you understand, okay, yeah, I took this one, but now I'm going to show y'all for real what it is. He overcame because Boots was neglecting the jab and was staying in the pocket too long. I'll give you that. Boots did neglect the jab because how do you get a knockout? By throwing a bomb. And he was trying to throw a bomb. He was trying to get that man out of there. And he was not, man, that man Karen wasn't trying to hit it, man. Did you see him out there trying to do his thing? He was pivoting on Boots, getting around Boots, making sure Boots didn't lock him up in the corner. He got, you know, sometimes Boots got off and made the crowd ooh ah, but quickly Karen would counter and do something to silence the crowd back down. As far as Karen go, man, that man fought a good fight. I don't care what nobody say. Karen fought a good fight. Oh wait, nobody can say that he didn't fight a better fight than what they thought he was going to fight against Boots. Nobody could say that. I guarantee it. Everybody would have to give it up and say, unless they just hating on the man, no matter if you saw that fight, you ain't got no choice but to say, man, Karen came out there and fought a way better fight than he did the first time. Way better. He said, for the most part, that's all his corner was telling him. Get out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. All right, got you. Go out there. Karen, get some. Boots looking good. Dean, man, what you doing, man? Boots don't know what to say. Why he don't know what to say? He should have opened his mouth and say, Dad, coach, somebody. The dude is fighting. You know, he got me kind of thrown off. Tell me what I need to do. Help me gather myself so I can go out here and look good like we're supposed to be looking. Because right now, we're not looking good at all. DeCane, you said that Schofield went out there and showed a good fight. Boots showed glimpses of looking good, but the whole fight, he wasn't looking good, man. He wasn't looking good. And his coaches, they failed him by telling him round after round, go get him out of there. Get him out of there. Why you ain't got him out of here yet? Why you ain't did? I don't remember hearing him say anything about go out there. Wait, what? About going out there and putting that jab in his face. Go stick his ass with that jab. Go tender his body up. You know what I'm saying? Tell him some stuff like that. Not get him out of here. But you know, I'm just railing on my own. Y'all forgive me. I just, you know. Nobody said Karen didn't fight a good fight. No, you know what I mean. It's gonna be some people that in order to give Boots his whatever they want to give him, they gonna not give Karen his. I can't say Boots thought Karen was gonna be Chuka John. You think that's how it's? I don't. You know me, D. When it comes to saying somebody's name and all that kind of stuff, I screw that stuff up instantly. So don't get me to pronouncing something that ain't right coming out of my mouth. Boots thought Kane was gonna be on some Dancing with the Stars game plan. Kane came out to box and bang. Yes, he did. I was from the opening bell. Karen asserted himself to let Boots know I'm here to fight. That should have clicked Boots into his second game plan of, okay, since you're here to fight, I'm gonna show you. Who
said Dancing with the Stars game plan, bro?
Dog King.
Hey, that's funny as hell.
Yeah, that should have made Boots click into his second game plan. Once he seen that Karen had stepped to him and was stepping to him and not backing away, he should have went on and jumped on it right there and said, okay, you came to fight. Let me go ahead and show you right now you can't. Pepper him up with the jab. You know, use the basic tools to get into this man. But you know, you get your mind set up. You want to look good for the crowd, and you trying to do stuff. And I can tell you that trying to look good for the crowd can be intoxicating. In basketball, I know trying to get out there and dunk on people and stuff and let yourself, I'm going to show out. You can get caught up in doing that and really not be doing your game plan or listening to your coach or doing anything that you're supposed to be doing. But it's kind of strange that the coach was just as tied up in getting the knockout as the son. So I guess you can say they was in lock and step with each other when it came down to what they was trying to do. That's my saying. He said that lad to Raymond Ford was on his bicycle hard. Because Raymond Ford, man, was bringing some pressure. So he was bringing that pressure like a pit bull. Or as Trey X would like to say, he had that boy in emergency mode from word go. Ding, here it is. I'm all in your face. He hit me with a sharp fast jab. I mean, a sharp fast jab. Up top and down low. And man, that right that caught him when he had his back up against the rope when he caught him and split that right across so fast, man. And in the reaction, he just tumbled down to the ground. Like, ooh, man, that boy looked real good in that fight, Yassi. He looked real good. I like old Raymond Ford. I think he gonna be something to contend with if they move him in the right direction and he stay focused. He could be a household name on many lips. These youngsters love him. Lala D said Bozzy needs an intervention. Oh man. Well, how can I say this? It's as time is going on, it seemed like the father-son team ups are these fighters that are starting to be like bubbling to the top or perceived to. Yeah, I feel you, Lala. It's kind of like it's souring up. It's not going as well as it was. You know, I can't really put a finger on it. It's not a Floyd Mayweather, Uncle Roger type deal, or Floyd with dad type deal, or Sean Porter with his dad. The moves are starting to be like tainted or something. Like I think they're getting into a deeper part of the water where they need help navigating. I'm thinking that's what it is. And maybe the fathers, I'm believing many times the fathers are being too prideful to say, you know what, I got you as far as I can get you. We need some help. Let's go ahead and get one of these good trainers that know what they're doing, somebody that fit, that's not going to try to change you, but build on what you got. I think these dads need to realize how to step to the side for that if they really want their sons to grow. But it'd be hard to tell them that because Haney's his son was a champ. Porter's son was a champ. These guys have produced champs in crazy ways, but dare I say, you know, some of the stuff a lot of it is fluff. They're not really like that. You know, I can't even say that I'm excited to see Haney come back because I'm really wondering how he's going to be able to deal with what's coming back. You know, forget all the conversation and all the outside noise, the suing and all that around, and come back and fight. But you gotta be able to protect your chin. You know what you gotta do. You've seen it. You see yourself getting beat up. Just everybody see themselves doing whatever it is they want to do, but you see yourself getting beat up. So go study the tape and see the mistakes that you made and correct that, because these other fighters, you know, they looking at that, you know, and the ones that are really studying and really trying to be the face of boxing and the name to be said and stuff like that. You know, I'm starting to see these youngsters that's what they want to be. They want to be popular. They want to be the person that everybody know and the one that's getting the bag. And if they serious about it, your ass is gonna be in trouble if you not. So that's what I say on it. I didn't like it. I lit up the wrong name. I was supposed to have lit up Lala's needs intervention. My fault, sis, but you know I spoke on it. Yasser said, I agree, MZ, that kids get to certain stages in their careers, the dads need to take a step back. It would be the logical thing. That's, you know, as a father of 5, you know, I didn't try to stand in the way. I didn't want none of the fame of my kids when they started shining and what they did. I just was proud to do that. Shoot, some of these dads, I don't know. The only ones that I really respect, father, son, that's or uncle, son, and that was the Mayweathers and any other fathers and sons that fought. But you seen, you know, the Mayweathers, they worked like a well-oiled machine. Sure, sometimes we seen them had the fallouts, but before it was all over, said and done, it was made up and everybody was doing what they needed to do. You see, you think these guys trying to follow Floyd Senior Junior blueprint, and that may not be a good fit for them. Floyd Senior actually boxed. Yeah, that's what I was just getting on, dog. Kent, you 100 with that. Floyd Senior boxed, and let's not forget Roger. The Black Mamba, if I'm saying that correct, Roger was the Mexican killer. Remember, Roger was a beast. So he was, and their other brother, I can't remember his name, but their other brother fought too. So boxing was truly in the family and in the blood. These other fighters, Bill, you know, Bill ain't been fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? He curated a good mix for his son. His son was just talented enough to be able to do what they needed to do, and they plan worked well enough to get Devin at the point of being undisputed and all this stuff and you know what have you. But somewhere at some point, somebody should have saw the hole that all these people on YouTube can see and point out before the pros just start saying Devin is taking his hand away from his face when he's blocking. He's not getting back on the phone. It's a lot of flaws that he has. Most people spoke about his punching power because he's not throwing his punches correctly. So yeah, these dads need to slide over, you know what I'm saying, and let your son blossom and bloom and become the champion that you believe he can be. Get out the way and let it happen. You took him as far as you can. If that's as far as you can go, let that, you know, that's a great mark. A great mark. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. I think they think they can do it the way Floyd and them did it, but they're missing the fact that all those people in that group actually stepped in the ring and fought. Floyd's dad fought Sugar Ray. No, Sugar Ray was a Sweet Pea. I can't remember. One of them pulled his pants down. I think it was Roger that they pulled his pants down in the ring, made Roger mad. Roger went out there and dropped him. It was a good fight. I think Roger still lost though. I think that was against Sweet Pea, but I don't know. It was Roger. I'm giving Floyd the wrong person. Okay, so everybody chilling. At first, I thought you were going to leave it there. These dads need to slide, LOL. I was going to say no. That's not the way, MZ. Why not? They do need to go ahead and, you know, if you didn't got him as far as you can, all of a sudden, let me see, Dog Kent. Good point, Dog Kent. Earl Pop. Oh, you gotta get your butt out the way. I know, as me, I love my kids dearly. I would do whatever I can. But when they got into sports and they start doing their thing and start to excel, I gave my tips. Yes, I did. You know, I gave my tips on you got to have hard. Don't let somebody shut you down. If they shut you down and you lose or whatever, you got to come back. How you going to not let that feeling happen again? You don't want that feeling to happen again. So what you going to do about it? You're going to work hard. You remember what they did to you? They're going to try to do it again. So you got to be ready. Yeah, so they got to get the hell out the way and let some people that have been down those roads help guide their sons to the next level. Earl's pop allowed Derrick James to coach. Earl didn't see his pops trying to intervene in Earl's matchups. Perfect. That's a perfect example. Earl's dad did just, just ride. Just watch over his son. Pretty much, he just watched from afar to make sure nobody wasn't doing nothing to his boy. In my opinion, let Earl make his decisions. Let Derrick James be the coach and do what he needed to do. I don't remember anybody ever saying that Earl's dad tried to give any information or any idea of what Earl needed to be trying to do. Great example. But oh boy, the Kane is. You still there with me, Kane, the manager? This man's name changed so many times. It's just ridiculous. His name changed more than the cloud formations.
I gotta be specific to the topic,
Oh, I see what she's saying. She said MZ in Chicago slide means something violent. And at first you stopped the slide. So I thought you were saying these days need. I feel you, sis. But sometimes I'll be talking and I had that pause. I don't know why I do that. It's a habit. Sometimes I go and then it's a rhythm I can't break sometimes. And I still didn't put a thing up. I'm gonna catch it next time before I put it up, and then I'm gonna put it up. Once Earl Sr. left Haney's corner, his fundamentals and sharpness went with him. You know what, JB? That's a great observation, because I think where the Haneys messed up is that the fact that they left the tutelage that Floyd Sr. was giving his boy. I can't say what caused it, anything, Haney, Bill, I'm pretty sure it'd be like it was Floyd, because Floyd was hating, when Floyd, he was always on that thing that Floyd was hating and all this kind of stuff. Bill is still stuck, in my opinion, he's still trying to be a G. I'm like, dude, you an OG, leave that alone. The streets don't need you. They don't. The streets is just fine. They're going to be fine without you. They don't need you out there. What you need to be doing is making good decisions for your boy, not letting yourself get wrapped up, because if you hadn't let yourself get wrapped up, I'm pretty sure, I am damn sure, you wouldn't have let Ryan get in the ring with your son at 3 pounds over. Y'all would have made sure that wouldn't have happened. Y'all would have made sure. Now, this PED thing, I don't know if it's true, if it's false or whatever, but y'all would have been on top of all that too. You wouldn't have been worried about the antics that Ryan was doing and the beers, if he was drinking or not drinking, and him saying whatever he was saying. You wouldn't have been worried about that. You would have been on point. And that's why you look at situations with these great champs and these dudes is whooping ass and in shape and not in trouble, because they team is strong. They ain't out there always in somebody's face trying to tell them what to do and all this kind of stuff. The ones that's really doing it, you rarely see them or hear from them until it's time to go to work. But it is what it is. Oh, I almost sneezed. It's kind of come, but I can't. D-Low for boxing in the house. What's going on, bro? Man, Joseph Brown with hard. Slide, nigga. Gonna slide, then let them shots fly. Them words from the Chicago legend. This is a pleasant surprise. Why? Because it's early and on a Sunday, huh? Yeah, I try to break the norm sometime. And this felt like a good time to do it. Got a chance to see the fights. And they were all pretty good. Pretty nice fights. I'm still my best fight of all the fights, honestly, Bam Rodriguez shown. And it could be because I'm in San Antonio and he represented 210. And then Raymond Ford's fight. Raymond Ford fight. Both of those are the highest fights on my list of the weekend. Those two fights. Boots ranked number 3. No, him and what's his name? Austin Williams, I think. Austin Williams did pretty good too in his fight. Yeah, so Boots let a lot of people steal the show. A lot of people stole the show. A lot of people got some shine. Bam! 2-1-0, baby. You don't hear me. San Antonio. The home of the Spurs, when the Spurs was kicking butt real bad, but now they got Wembanyama, so you know, things is looking something like something. I'm just saying. Abdullah Mason fight got to be first. Oh yeah, because he the overcome, you know, to get up twice and then go out and say, you know what? I'm sick of this boy. You trying to embarrass me on TV? That's what you trying to do? You right. It's got to be up there with the first thought, my boy. It's got to be. I was thinking that I might have should have put some quib on it, but you know, I've been having some problems. What the hell is that? Say, yeah, you're right. His is up there too. But I guess his would be like, I don't know. I can't give it like a, yeah, his is definitely up there. Thanks for putting it back in my head. Thanks for putting it in my head. So, I didn't cracked on Boots. Not cracked on him, but I gave my opinion. You guys gave me yours, and it was quite something. La from the Shy. Uh-oh. Nah, she from. I'm gonna let her tell it. So how everybody been doing, man, before I decide to go away? Let me go ahead and put it out there. The Track Titans, me and Otis, Biggie, we doing this song for this high school that Otis that Obese works at. We're actually doing like a fight song for him. And it's gonna be presented to him in the next couple of days. So hold your fingers on that, because this might do something for us. And then I had that dude that legit born. He went to the shot. I don't know if you know anything about that. I don't know how you are on the hip hop part out there, but he went down there to try out to open up. I think Waka Flocka and them supposed to be doing some the weekend pass or this weekend up. But he went down there to see if he could make it on some of our music. So y'all wish him luck as well. So Kane, you remember how had you thinking that you was talking to yourself, because my impressions have gotten my impersonations have gotten so stellar?
I remember your impersonations. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you know, the young buck is coming for the crown. Coming for the crown.
See, man.
I even had Yasser thinking that he was talking to himself at one point. I mean, I'm in traffic, but I'm here. Hey, man, don't be trying to tight. You know, just concentrate on driving, D-Lo. You know, concentrate on driving. Yeah. Dang. So is it true that Anthony Joshua would pull out of the Dubois rematch?
Man, I didn't hear that.
I read it on something. But yeah, if he pulled out, it just made me think more about the fact that, yeah, I feel like, you know, when AJ said he cracked me in sparring and I want my get back, I was like, that man been beating you up in sparring and it's in your head. I don't care what statistical way you say it or how you try to bring it to me. In my opinion, his mouth opened up and his heart spoke, and he don't think he can beat the boy. In my opinion, I just don't believe he believes he can beat that man. He went out there and tried to stop him early and couldn't and got caught. Boop, bop, bang. Down goes Joshua. Then he went in for that uppercut from so far away. But it is what it is. Did what it does. AJ scared of that boy. That boy whipped his ass in sparring and on pay-per-view. That's what I'm talking about, yes. You know, me and you thinking the same way. We know AJ don't want no more of that, man. Pretty soon, if enough people put their hands on AJ gonna be like, man, you know what? He gonna say the same thing that what's the youngster that had Bud Floyd? When they was fighting, he had Floyd.
Ortiz, wasn't it?
Yeah, Ortiz. Ortiz was getting knocked down, and he was like, I heard this come out of his mouth. He was like, I'm young. Why I gotta keep taking these beats? So I'm gonna just go and take the loss and come back. That's crazy. That's, AJ, I don't know, man. AJ got to find. How old is AJ? 32? I think it's too late to
AJ, I
find.
think he's like 34 or something like that. Ain't
He that old? Oh yeah, he got a lot of money. He ain't got nothing to worry about. Go ahead, do what you gonna do. Keep it moving. Ain't nobody checking for AJ no more. Not
he?
that I know
35.
of.
He just turned 35 in October.
So who you see him getting in the ring with right now, feasibly, to make some noise, to make people say, okay, AJ truly trying to make a comeback. Who?
Yeah, I can't call it, man. If he don't want to fight Dubois again, man, he might as well just hang him up.
I feel the same way about Wilder too. Who Wilder gonna fight to make people interested? I think he's
Man, I
already.
don't give a fuck who Wilder fight. Wilder done went out there and shit the bed, 3 times now? Man, get Wilder out there. I don't want to see Wilder no more.
And there goes the consensus right there. AJ was winking in the corner and came out from the corner and got KO because he didn't keep his lead head at home. Sometimes he was something that he was doing with Derrick James. I caught that too. He was winking in the corner, or he gave me the impression that he was trying to let somebody know I'm all right. I got this, man. I'm all right. I got this. Bruv, don't worry. I got this. Ding, ding. Bing. Boy, leg got stiff as shit. You saw how stiff his leg was. His leg was stiff. Bruv. I can't feel my leg, bro. I can't feel my leg, bro. Referee giving the count. It was over. Man, first of all, thinking about him laying on the ground, it just clicked in my mind. When Raymond Ford hit old boy with that, I think it was Raymond, caught him with a right hook and laid him in the ropes. I could have swore that dude was knocked out, man. I thought the referee should have been like, oh, it's over. But he started to creep away from up under the ropes and stand up. And he got the poo-poo knocked out of him, man. For real. Man, did you hear that, bro?
What's wrong with your leg, bro?
Yeah, when he knocked me down, bro, I touched the canvas. I'm trying to get up. It's stiff. I can't move it, bro. I'm thinking he might have loaded gloves, bro. I'm thinking. I can't say it's for factual, but
that's a massive shot, bro.
Massive. Yes, bro.
Absolutely massive.
The boy went out there, man, and it was all over AJ's ass. No diddy.
Man,
It's sad that you got to do that. There's so much stuff that can change. You say something, you got to throw a no diddy in there just to be sure that everybody on the same page. There's some crazy folks around here. So AJ, you don't want to fight? You don't want to fight the boy? Bruh, take it easy, bruh. Take it easy. I think I'm going to sit back and just enjoy life. You try to turn into a philosopher every time. You notice how you always turn into that philosopher and talk about the birds and bees and stuff like that?
He'd be like, don't let the wings get to your head, but the losses get to your heart. Like, what, nigga? What are you talking about, bro? What does that mean, bro?
He made me lose my whole English accent and said, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? One is flew over the cuckoo's nest, man. He say, Lala D say, who heard Eddie Hearn politely diss the fuck out of Blair Cobbs? I didn't. What did he say?
Oh yeah. Blair Cobb, he's crashed the little post fight presser or whatever. And he was talking about, we need to get this fight on. You need to fight the big names, like myself, Blair Cobb, because I'm a big name. And Eddie Hearn was like, I'm gonna fight you now. Straight like that.
I'm afraid you're not. Not like that. I'm afraid you're
Yeah.
not. Wow. I'm a big name. Come on, man. Who you fooling? Who you fooling? I beat Adrian Broner. But we all know Adrian wasn't Adrian.
He mentioned that too. He said that. He actually
For
said
real?
that. Yeah, he brought up Broner. I'm like, yeah, who else would make Broner quit?
Come on, man. Come on. Stop it. I'm afraid you're not. Yeah. I like that. Eddie Hearn kind of grown on me a little bit because he always been a fly dude and stuff like that. I always thought he was a snake oil salesman, especially when people started saying they had joined the zone and then they got hit with a pay-per-view. I was like, what? You part of the system and then hit you again? Eddie. Why? He said, yeah, Eddie was trying to deflect Blair to fight Karen first instead of Boots. I don't know what to say about Blair Cobb.
Hey, I'd like to see that fight. Let Karen get some of these fights, man. I want to see Karen fight these guys. Because people talking about Karen ain't nobody and all this stuff.
I think he'll beat Cobb up.
Yeah, I agree.
I ain't gonna even lie to you. I think he'll beat Cobb up. Who was that the Cobb was talking noise to? And he went out there and beat his ass and he got his first loss. Man, I can't remember the dude.
Alexis Roca?
Was it Roca? Might have been. I know I made fun of Cobb on the video. That's what I remember. But dang, I think Karen to beat Cobb up on the cool for real. Cobb a little athletic and everything, but I don't think Cobb will be able to deal with those angles and pressure. If he can bring pressure like the way he fought Boots, he'll give everybody a nice little problem. The ones that's not mentally fortified, where they're straight at it, you know what I'm saying? Because you've been your dad. I'm sorry, I'm not picking a poke, but maybe I am. Your dad there. Sometimes your dad might. I can't really put it. You know how sometimes sons kind of rebel against their dad on some stuff. And, you can love them to death and they'll follow you and follow you and follow you. But sometimes, you got to know how to, I guess I'm going to say it again. Get the fuck out the way, bro.
Oh, dark. Blair Cobb got stopped in the 9th round by Alexis Roca. Yeah. He
sure did.
Blair Cobb was undefeated. But yeah, he got stopped.
No, he got knocked out. He wasn't asleep, but yeah. It was Roca. Roca put him on his back, gave him that L. And that's when he at first kind of showed up and he was making noise and he had people interested. And then bam, Roca happened. Stopped all that interest that people were starting. He's just a flash in the pan. Kept it moving. Who else? What else is going on crazy? Or should I say in boxing, other than Boots not looking good? And I'm not taking the dig at Boots once again. I'm just saying, if he wants to be great, he has to work on his defense and other things of that nature. I, for one, would love to see him go through some stressful type things to help him to learn how to not get frustrated. Do some puzzles.
Yeah, but I mean, depending on how he responds, his team responds to his loss, it could be not the loss, but his performance. It could be good for him, man, because they talk about Boots like he's just magic, like he could just go out there and beat people with his instincts and stuff. Like he don't really have to focus on the fundamentals. Like he just already got everything that he needs. So
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Are they going to take it as a learning moment? Which you would want to give them the benefit of the doubt and say, yeah, they are going to take it as a learning moment and build from it. But a dark thing to it, a bad part of it is the fact that he did win. So you don't want them to sweep it under the rug or sweep it to the side like we got to win anyway. Let's move on. That would be the wrong mentality, in my opinion.
Yeah, like, and if his comments after the fight is any indication of how the rest of them think, he immediately started saying, well, maybe it's just time to move to 154. And if you ain't gonna work on your skills, you're gonna go up there to 154 and really get beat up. Because if you get in there with Madrimov, all that athletic shit, that ain't gonna work on him because Madrimov can do all the same shit you do.
Not to mention, Madrimov probably have the mindset of, I done already fought Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
I done already did the little shock and awe of the athleticism or the movement or whatever it was that Crawford was able to, the voodoo that he was able to put on him. But I don't think he would respect Boots on that same level as he did Crawford.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see. I mean, one day we know about Madrimov, he can fight a different style. Like, he don't have to come forward and be the aggressive guy that he was before he fought Crawford. Because he came in there against Crawford with a whole different style.
It just was the wrong style. Crawford had a better style for it. As you say, styles make fights. Yeah, that too. A better fighter.
I mean, he disrupted Crawford. He disrupted Crawford quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know if his original style would have worked on Crawford, but what he was doing wasn't bad. I mean, he gave Crawford more problems than 90% of the other fighters he fought. So,
what I want to know, since we happen to be on the Crawford deal, because people want to say Crawford didn't look good, and they didn't get, they tried to blanket his win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to know what the reaction to Boots win is going to be. Are they going to look at it under the microscope as they did Crawford's?
See, that's the funny thing about Crawford's performance against Madrimov. He was at a new weight class, and now everybody's saying, well, he don't look that good at 154, instead of just saying, well, he fought a decent guy. Because if he'd had the same performance against somebody at 147, they would not have had that excuse. You got a lot of people saying, well, now I don't want to see him fight Canelo because he can't even, perform great against guys at 154. But it's just the style that Madrimov was fighting in, really. It didn't have nothing to do with the size, I don't think.
We're looking at the way time is, we finna see some changes of the guards. And I think we're going to see some changes of the formats of how boxing is going down. I think I missed it, but I think JB said boxing is now found home on Netflix. The whole thing is going to change around. Apparently, boxing is opening eyes and got interest in places because it's starting to move in different directions, which is, to me, a good thing to be able to get eyes on it wherever you can. Dog Ken say, I don't think there's any more good fights between now and Fury versus Usyk 2 in December.
Well, we got Taylor versus Serrano 2 next week, so that's a good one.
Who you got?
Man, it's a hard question, but man, I don't know. I don't know really. I really don't know. If I had to pick somebody, I might say Taylor, because she went out there last time and tried to bang. If she just box, I think she can beat Serrano. But
think she'll beat her easy?
Easier than she did last time, because she got herself in trouble last time trying to bang. But, hey, she's Katie Taylor, and she want to give the people so she might go out there and do it again. But usually when she rematch you, she fights you a lot better than she did the first time. That's what I know about her when she fought Delphine Pursuit and when she fought Chantel Cameron again. So usually in the rematch, Katie Taylor make the proper adjustments. So
right.
if I had to pick, I would go with her. But I know Serrano Netflix, and, and she the MVP fighter. So she want to come out there and make a statement. So I wouldn't underestimate her.
Yeah, she pushed if she pushed the action, we know she likes to let her hands go. No problem with that. But if she can push the action and get Katie uncomfortable, that would be the better for her. I think she can't let Katie start taking no half steps back and using a jab and pot shotting and moving her around. She definitely won't win like that. Just like she did the other girl. She who was that? Katie was fighting. Everybody was high on. Might have been Prasan. They thought that Katie might have even lost the fight.
Yeah, the first fight. Yeah. Because it was in New York. I think that was on the Anthony Joshua Ruiz card.
Dang. So, yeah, that's a good fight. And I thought wasn't Tank's fight slated to be before the Fury fight?
Yeah, it was supposed to be. That shit got canceled.
See, I hear one source say it's canceled. I hear one source say it's still going. LeBron, I'm hearing it's supposed to take place in January.
Oh, okay. So you already got postponed.
That's what I'm hearing, but now I haven't heard. I'm hearing that, but I haven't actually heard it's not happening in Houston. I am hearing people talking about dates and stuff, but they on YouTube like I am. What make them an expert in knowing what the damn dates are? Yeah, they probably looked it up. We don't know what's being paid or not. I'm just saying.
They on YouTube like I am.
I'm just keeping it real, man. For real, I don't try to tell something that I don't know. I try to at least have some kind of fact behind it. So when I say it, I'm right. These people, like this man started talking about the dates and what the people's schedule is. I'm like, wait a minute, how the fuck he know all that? Now I know you can call and say what's dated, but do you know for sure that they didn't pay and get the spot? I don't know. That's what. So I'm just waiting. Can't say he heard it. It's been damn. The fight got rescheduled. No. He said Boots didn't look good enough against Kent to mix. I mean, against Karen. My bad, Kent. You're gonna learn if you come here. Like, I'll screw your name up in a minute, like a knuckleball. Didn't look good enough to mix it up with Karen. Wait, shit. Let me start over. Bud didn't look good enough. Wait, Boots. Damn. See, I told you. I'm in one of those zones now.
You want me to read it, fam?
I'm tripping, huh? Yeah, go ahead.
Boots didn't look good enough against Karen to mix it up with Bud. Boots should let that match sell in the win before he gets embarrassed like Earl.
That's what he said.
Yeah, that might be a good point. I said in the Discord, he don't want no smoke with Bud after that shit right there.
It makes you wonder if they really wanted smoke in the get-go. You could be under false pretense and under a false sense that you are something because you've been running through inferior competition. You could get a self-worth of yourself to think that, hey, I can do this. I can beat Bud. And go out there and, dare I say, look like Earl Spence. Damn, dog, can't you come in here? Bud, Earl, my boy at 147. That's he was my favorite 147 pounder, but he ain't there no more. So, yeah, he got the brakes beat off of him. You bringing back bad memories.
Man, Boots gonna go up there 154 and fight Bud. Then after the fight, he gonna be saying, yeah, maybe it's time to move to 160. Like, you just got the 154.
You just got here. You leaving already? Come on now, don't do Boots like that, man. Boots a killer. He most what height he used to say? He the most duck boxer at 147. What do you think you talking about, man? That's Boots from Philly, baby. Son. Oh no, that's Brooklyn, huh? So
Bowl.
What they say? What they say in Philly?
They say bowl.
Who?
Bowl.
Bowl. Like bowl?
You the most
Bowl.
duck bowling.
I'm like, duck bowl. Hey, see, I got this crazy. It's, you know what? No, that's not the word Gary Russell be saying. Gary Russell be saying something else.
John.
No,
John
that's
and
not
Bowl.
it.
That's the shit in Philly.
Oh, but he not from Philly, huh? See, I'm really messing up.
Yeah, Gary Russell from the DMV.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's like the DMV in Washington. Somebody help
he
me
be
out.
saying
Y'all see
Shaw.
him?
But
Shawty.
that's Atlanta
Shawty.
shit.
He
That's
said so much.
Atlanta
I thought
shit.
that's what he. Shawty. You so shawty.
Yeah, man.
I
Shout it
remember
low. You
Shawty.
remember Shout it low?
Yeah, I remember shawty. Come on, bro. I'm from the hood, bro. You know, they know me Lancaster.
He borrowed our shit.
Okay, you said you didn't rip us off. I thought shawty was something they be saying, could slim. Slim.
Yeah, he do say slim.
Look out, Slim. Look out. Yeah, you know, everybody know I went up to Terrence Crawford and I hit him in his jaw. And he ain't do nothing. I was like, for real? Boy, let you just do that?
You know, I feel as though I could get in the ring. I feel as though I could be. He always say he feel as though. I feel as though I could beat Terrence Crawford.
Okay, let's sit here and pretend real hard. Do you think, honestly, knowing Bud is what we saw and Mr. Gary Russell is Mr. Gary Russell is what he saw at their best? Do you think he could be Bud?
Man.
This ain't no hate, y'all. This ain't no hate.
It's too little, man.
Too little. And not to mention, Bud got what, a 74-inch reach? 76? Somewhere around in there.
You remember how Bud did Gamboa, man?
Legs, man.
You remember how Bud did Gamboa?
He picked Gamboa up with an uppercut. Picked him up with it. It just looked bad. He looked like when I see the replays of Bud and Gamboa, I always feel like I'm watching a pit bull fucking up a cat. Just punk ass out the backyard. You know, that type stuff. Bud was knocking that dude around. Wait a minute.
He caught Bud with some shit, man. But you know, he had some nice footwork and everything. I just don't think that Gary Russell had the strengths that Gamboa had to trouble Bud.
I don't know, man. I get Mr. Gary Russell is good and everything, but come on, man. I think he might got a little bit of little man complex or something. I don't know. Slim, cut it out, Slim. Shout it. Don't do that. Don't do that, shout it. I could just no, I can't see it. I think Bud would beat him up. Twin is new ATL slang. What twin mean? What's up, twin? I can't see myself running around saying that.
Nah, I never come my twin. I'm too original to use that shit.
Twin. Only people I think would call themselves twin is twins. I wonder what triplets call themselves. Man. So Boots is going to 150. Oh, wait. Have you heard anything about Fundora and Earl? Has it been postponed again? Indefinitely?
I ain't heard nothing about that.
Nothing,
I mean, that should have looked like Fundora versus Alanese down there.
Yeah, because I'm like, is the fight going on? Is it not going on? Is it going to be, maybe they're trying to be like unveiling everything and they're going to be part of a Netflix extravaganza card.
Yeah, because PBC will keep their shit under wraps until it's happening. Then next thing you know, it's a fight announcement. So you never know with them. Because I heard Bud is on some old Canelo or retirement type of shit. So
I've heard that rustling through the wind as well. But let's think. Well, is he at the point where he like, yeah, it's time to get the biggest bag I can get? Does Canelo represent the biggest bag? And the numbers that Canelo asking for, is somebody willing to bring that up? So many people, it's so many different narratives to Bud and Canelo. People talking about Canelo too big. Okay, let the man find out if he can do something with it or not. Is he not allowed to chase greatness like Canelo did when he went up there and got beat by Bibble?
yeah,
I can't understand the double standard. Because I could have swore when he went up, he's chasing greatness and he knocked out Kovalev. Oh, it was the greatest thing ever. Greatest thing. Now all of a sudden, now all of a sudden, Bud too little. He don't get no credit for Bud. Hell, Bud is considered the pound for pound number one. If you beat Bud ass, I'm pretty sure people gonna say, "Oh yes, he beat Bud ass." It ain't gonna be no old Bud. He was too little. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, man. It's okay for you to go and chase some motherfuckers, but it ain't okay for Bud to go chase somebody. That Bud be great, man. Quit trying to be stingy with all the money. Share some of the money, man. He the new golden fleece, I guess. Remember when Pacquiao used to be the golden fleece? All the 147 pounders, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Earl Spence, all those boys was chasing after the Pacquiao fight. Remember that?
Yeah.
Pacquiao was the golden fleece. Now Canelo is the golden fleece. And he don't want to share none of the money. Go on, come off the fight, Canelo. You already lost, so it won't be no big thing. If you lose to Terrence Crawford, it shouldn't even steam because people expect you to lose to him. But if you win, it should still feel good because, Canelo people, they love you. You can do no wrong. So you beat Terrence Crawford, they're going to be like, that's what Terrence get for bringing his ass up here from Omaha and shit, thinking Nebraska, all that. Fuck Terrence Crawford. I'm just saying that's what the Canelo fans are saying. I ain't saying that's what I'm saying. You feel me?
I feel you, bro.
So let that man go ahead and be great. Rumor is Earl is having training and coaching issues, meaning he doesn't have one. It could be true. It could be just a rumor. We have asked the question. I know I have asked many times. Who the hell is Earl's new trainer? And where is he training at? Nobody has snapped a picture of him punching the bag, jumping the rope, running a track, sparring, catching the ball, pushing up or doing a push-up, hitting the speed back. Nothing. But in the same point, we ain't seen nothing about Fundora punching the bag or running or doing any of that stuff. We've seen neither one of these guys. So it could be a surprise that PBC is putting together that might just pop up out of nowhere and have Earl and Tank and the Charlos and all these people. And you'd be like, what? They didn't do this. Now I know the PBC didn't pull nothing off like this. Al Heyman supposed to be on this deathbed. What y'all talking about? That's how the PBC people gonna do. I ain't saying that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just saying that's how the PBC people gonna do because the DAZN people and the top ranked people and the Golden Boy people, and y'all know which fans to break them down to, which fighters. They saying PBC is dead and gone. Al Heyman had 1,700 heart attacks and he on life support.
1,700.
1,700, man. They say his blood pressure. Let me stop. Let me not even do that. Bruce Gas in the house. Oh, let me do it right. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Where you can go in there and talk boxing, talk to boxers, and learn about some hellified cannabinoids. Because Bruce be getting lit. Kind of like I do. They saying hi to everybody and everything like that. So Usyk versus Fury. Now I'm gonna tell you, as a little kid, I grew up with this phobia about the verses of who name go first and who name go second. I always had a phobia about that because I felt like the person who name go first, people are kind of riding with them, and the person who name go second, you kind of hoping they lose. I don't know where I got that from, but I've always had that notion. So I didn't want to have my name on the back part of the verses. And then I started thinking, well, if I'm the champ, I'm supposed to be on the back part of the verses because they're challenging me. But I feel like Usyk should be on. How they got it? I think it's like Usyk to Fury. I don't like the way they got it worded. I think Usyk should be on the back because he's the champ and Fury trying to come get it. That makes sense. And I'm just tripping with myself, and I grew up crazy.
Oh no, man! I thought the champion name's supposed to go first.
Okay, so I just been living life with it in my mind backwards and feeling like they was trying to disrespect. Okay, I guess the champion can go first. I feel like that. I'm versing you. I want your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Uh-oh. My boy Dog Ken say, I got Fury over Usyk in the matchup. Let me take this down. So let me make it right there. I got Fury over Usyk in the matchup. DeCane, let me ask you who you got in the matchup before I say who I got. But I think you know who I got, bro.
Yeah, man. It's hard to say, man, because I feel like Usyk, he came out on top in that first fight, but that was one of his toughest fights, besides like the Chisora fight. So I think Tyson could beat him, but Usyk is a brilliant fighter, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Usyk again, but I really won't be surprised if Tyson if he put enough pressure on Usyk, he might be able to give him some trouble. But at the same time, that's what got him caught is getting greedy in the first fight. So I'm gonna just go ahead and trust Usyk brain, pull it out.
My pick always has been riding with it for a minute when I found out that he was battling against the big snowman. We melted him down a little bit, gonna get him some more, I'm riding with Usyk, man. I like the fact that Usyk told him that he was gonna bother him throughout the whole fight, and that's what he did. He did have to get on his bicycle one time because Fury landed a nice body shot, but for the same point, Usyk gave Fury pressure that you didn't really see many fighters giving, and like like Karen the man just said, what got him in trouble is he said he got greedy. I say it was the fact that Usyk just kept bothering him and kept getting up under that jab. Usyk was slipping that jab and using the up jab that I appreciated throughout the fight because you don't see too many of the smaller men use the up jab like that. And Usyk used it quite well. So I'm riding with it. Dog Ken say Fury stated he gonna stop Usyk to ensure his victory. That means he gonna come out and sit down on his punches. He gonna, I don't know, he gonna do it like Wilder, come out and just try to muscle Fury, Usyk and everything. I think the problem with that, and I think we got a small glimpse of it because in the first fight, Fury did try to use a little of his weight and impose on Usyk. But Usyk showed, unlike Wilder, that he knew how to get up out of that, and he showed Fury that he's a lot stronger than what he thought he might be. Usyk is a formidable champ that Fury is going to have to decipher. I don't know if he's going to come in heavier. I don't know if he's going to use, the tactics that we know, Fury pushed the limits to the limits. We just have to wait and see. But I'm riding with Usyk. I believe Usyk is, in my opinion, the more superior boxer. Unless he ages overnight before the fight happens, I'm riding with Usyk. Usyk, be ready for those body shots, man. You got to protect your body. Every time I seen you really get in trouble, it's been from a body shot. McCauley, body shot in practice. Dubois, body shot in the fight, which they deemed a low blow. I saw the punch, Usyk. It wasn't low, man. I saw the punch. I saw it. He caught you. You played a good one. You played a good one. You screwed that man out of a victory. But, you know, there's neither here, say, or there. I'm going to just say I saw the fight. I slowed it down. I manipulated it and everything so I could try to get the best view of it. And he got a good punch on you. You got to tighten up in the midsection because, like I said, I heard McCauley say that he stopped Usyk in sparring with a body shot. We saw Usyk react to Dubois in their fight with the body shot. And we saw Usyk react to Fury with a body shot. So I'm hoping, I'm pretty sure that he's going to go and try to correct that, at least be on point when it comes to protecting the body and being a little more stable with his defense. But for the most part, I like Usyk. He said Fury was playing too much in the first fight, underestimating Usyk. Yeah, that played a nice little role in it too. But yeah, can't name a time really that Fury didn't show bravado or some silliness in the fight. Even with Wilder, the most dangerous person that he could have been fighting because he could have landed the one hand, which he did in a few fights. But Fury know how to fight and Wilder don't. Usyk knows how to fight. Usyk is seasoned, very seasoned. Amateurs got him seasoned up real good. So Usyk, you know, I believe that he'll be able to meet Fury's tactic for tactic. The only thing I can see Fury doing is really trying to just bulldoze the man. I don't think he's going out boxing. So I'm riding with Usyk. Team Usyk, bro. Slim.
Yeah, he can't outbox him. No, he can't outbox him. Fury's not that good at boxing.
Come on, Slim. I'm just Gypsy King. This is the Gypsy King you're talking about. Not a man out of his mother's what? Can beat me.
There's not a man born from his mother can beat me.
There it is. It is.
But like, but yeah, he don't got the skill to outbox no Usyk, man. We saw him go in there and put a boxing clinic on Wilder, but that's Wilder. A lot of motherfuckers that outbox Wilder. Hell, Joseph Parker outboxed Wilder. So.
Let's be honest. We know Wilder even knew that he was not a boxer. He was not a boxer. That's where he came up with the great saying, they got to be ready and good for 12 rounds. I only got to be ready for what? 3 seconds? A second? Something like that? Click, boom. Yeah. You out of there. Click, boom. You out of there. His click, boom didn't boom right because the referee said it on somebody's channel. I was watching him. He said he wanted to give the man every opportunity. His ass should have lost that fight. Then Wilder could have been click booming and the AJ fight would have happened. But no. What AJ have to do, he had to come to America. Claim he was going to beat up the dude that was Jarrell Miller, Big Baby, on everything. In come Andrew Ruiz. What happened? What he hit me with? He hit you with his damn fist. Right upside your head, knocked you off balance, had you whopped all over the place. Take a loss. Because people be bullcrapping with the fights. But I'm still Team Usyk, man. The Joker. Y'all know what it is. Not the Riddler. The Joker. So, I guess I have vented enough. I'm glad you all came through to hang out with me. The King, a.k.a. Karen the Manager, a.k.a. Slim Pickens. Say cuz. Cuz. Or should I say bruv? Bruv. Let's get it cracking, bro. That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm gonna have to talk to Yasser and get some more lingo. And in 2 weeks, y'all gonna think I came from the UK. Y'all gonna say that boy MZ. UK bound, baby. Tea and crumpets, love the queen. Is that even a saying? You got anything you want to say to the people, man, before we roll out of here?
Not really, man. Just glad to jump on and talk about these fights for a little bit. So we'll just go enjoy my Sunday week off tomorrow. So that's what's up.
Man, you just made me feel bad, right? Just instantly enjoy your what off? Did you say Sunday week off? Sunday weekend? Just what?
No, I said I'm off tomorrow, so just gonna enjoy my Sunday.
Oh, okay. See, that's the beauty of it. Do you have to work tonight?
No.
Ah, see, killing me right now. I just got off a little.
That's why I can enjoy my Sunday.
Exactly. You know. I just wanted to make sure that the dagger was gonna miss all the vital organs. It did hurt like a son of a gun because I unfortunately do got to go in. Tomorrow is Monday. Yeah, it's my last.
So you working tonight?
I bet not. I went in this morning early.
Oh, okay.
And since time went back, it got me all thrown off. I be falling asleep early, waking up hour and a half, 2 hours before my alarm go off. I be mad.
Damn. Hey, so you coming back on Tuesday, or was this the week's address right here?
Oh no, we gonna come back and do it, bro. You know, we got to come back, get the quip together. You know, get some crumpets and some fish and chips, and talk some more box. Play some music, man. Come on, Slim. Don't do like that, Slim. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Slim. You tripping now right now, Slim. You know I came up, I walked right up the bleachers to Slim, man. Said, what you say, Slim? Huh? What? And then bow, slapped him, man. You know what he did? What he do? He ain't do nothing, man. You know why? Why? Because I'm Mr. Gary Antoine Russell, man. That's on everything, man. Slim, don't do that, Shawty. Shawty, no. Don't you know, Shawty? Yeah.
Hey, you remember Bud came back with the response video?
Something about
that shit was so funny. Nigga said, if me and you was to fight right now in the street, I'll break your fucking neck. I said, damn, but he done pissed Bud off.
Hey, I'm like, damn, really?
That nigga said, I'll break your fucking neck, and that's on my kids.
You know, when people start putting their family members, when they start putting it on family members, it's serious. It's serious, you know, because the ones that ain't got no kids, they be like, I put that on my mama. Yeah. And, you know, usually when you see them put it on their mama, they're a fool about their mama. They spoil rotten. So for him to say he put it on his kids, come on, Shawty, tell the truth, man. You know you ain't put it on your kids, Shawty. You know I slapped you, Shawty. Come on, man. You know I slapped you, man. I'm talking about, man. Shawty tripping, man. Shawty know he ain't like that. Him, Javante, they protected them, boy. Boots don't want none either, man. Shorties, they don't want none. Man, I'll whoop all those boys. Man, I'll go up to 160 and turn into a hurricane. Mr. Gary Antoine Russell. Blow all those clowns. All them out. That's right, Shorty. What, you think it's a game? Boxing has gotten entertaining. But thinking in my mind, you got Katie Taylor fight this weekend coming up, right?
Nah. Yeah, the Jake Paul card. Mike Tyson, Serrano, and Katie Taylor, they on that card. So I mean, that's the real main event.
Real fight
for me.
That's the real main event. Now, since you had to say they on it, do you think Mike Tyson is gonna let Jake Paul beat him? Do you think he's gonna follow the script? Do you think his body can hold up?
I mean, Mike Tyson 58 years old, so he might not have to let him beat him if he does beat him. So I don't know.
What could be going through Mike's mind to say here at 58 years old, I'm finna go against the Jake 28?
Yeah, Jake is
He in
27.
his 20s.
Yeah, he in his prime for sure.
In his prime, and I'm hearing rumors about him being on all kind of PEDs and everything. The only thing
I
I'm
wouldn't doubt
leaning, to that I can say really rest on Mike's side is I don't know how much Mike got in his gas tank. He might got like a quarter mile. And old men, they say the last thing to go is their strength. But we see Mike look pretty limber right now in his little tapes and sweating and working out and stuff. No diddy. But I'm just wondering if he can land on Jake enough or fast enough. Can Jake withstand it? Do Jake got those kind of whiskers?
Mm-hmm. They fight 8 2-minute rounds. So I mean,
They give Jake a lot of time to get out of danger. Well, I don't know, but I do want to see Katie and Serrano. He's dog can say Tyson and Jay practicing with each other on how this game gonna go. It's entertainment, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, is Mike getting paid did the script write out for Mike to not win? And how does that sit with his psyche? Mike fuck around and
no, Mike said he's a manufactured killer. I'm a natural born killer.
I understand all that, Mike, but I want to know is the old Mike lurking somewhere in that bag of cats that's sitting on top of his shoulders?
The guys couldn't pay me to lose a fight,
If they can't pay him to lose, we agreeing to say, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let this happen. Y'all come out there, he fuck around and punch Jake for real.
No, I'm not that kind of fighter. I'm a real warrior. I get in there, and you never know what's gonna happen, These guys want to pay people they manufacture. You know what I mean? I'm a natural born killer. I'm gonna go in there and really fight you.
Well, it's gonna be a fun night. I'm sure. It's gonna be a fun night. I am sure. Because I just want to know it'll mess my mind up if people, after I watch Katie Taylor and Serrano fight, it'll mess my mind up if people say, man, might knock Jake out the ring or some shit. I'll be like,
right.
What? Mike didn't stay on script?
Yeah, they got him fighting in like 32-ounce gloves and shit. They gonna have some pillows on their hand.
Jake ain't no fool. Jake said he gonna help the ladies. He bringing eyes to boxing. I still give him that. But Mike going out there and punch that man. Just punch him twice, and then go ahead and get back on script. Just too good. Just to let you know, don't come out here with that bullshit, Jake. You try to stick me for real, and I don't go to sleep. I'm gonna fuck you up. What you got to say,
man,
man?
I saw some dude who been with Mike Tyson since he was like 15 years old. In a little training video, he said this is the best shape he ever seen Mike in.
They always say that when they be making those little films and stuff. They be like, man, I ain't never seen him look like this and move like this. And then we see him, we be like, what the fuck? Where was you at when they was really good? Because if this the best you ever seen, where was you at all those other times? And we was like, that was amazing. This is garbage.
Yeah.
He said it's gonna be some WWE-ish, bro. Yeah, like I said, the man parlayed internet fame into money. He used that money to jump into boxing, and let him tell it he fell in love with boxing, and he bringing eyes to it. He got the girls making $1 million purses, which is great for them. What I'll probably get cussed out by Clarissa Shield fans, which I am one, so I don't care what the other ones say. I kind of hate the fact that she can't get along with him, and I don't like the fact that they don't like each other, because I see the potential for her and him as a marriage with his promotion and her fighting skills blowing the roof off the place. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she got a ego, as as she has kind of earned, but she said she would never fight on his undercard because she's so accomplished and everything. She would never fight on his undercard. Now, Katie Taylor and Serrano, they fighting on his undercard, making millions of dollars. So
Yeah.
Clarissa said she would never fight on his undercard. So, I mean, that's her problem, really. If she wasn't the way she is, they would probably get along.
But that part right there, which I could ride with her on that. Hey, Jake, you're gonna still get the same amount of money anyway. Let her be the main event. You be the undercard.
I mean,
the same turnout would happen.
The eyes that she would get on her, even if she would just fight on the undercard, like if she would be the co-main event, she would get more eyes on that fight than she would on main headlining her own shit.
That's the outcome of the marriage that I'm speaking about. That's what bugs me. I'm like, damn, if those two strong personalities could see a way to coexist and make money, and Clarissa, I know you got the movie coming out, and it would be hard to tell her to do anything because she got so much going on. And by right, she should feel like nobody can tell her something because she did it by her own accord and by the sweat of her brow. Jake Paul did it another way. And I can see how he rubbed people the wrong way because he rubbed us the wrong way. Well, let me not speak for everybody. He rubbed me the wrong way. I thought he was making the mockery of boxing and everything. But as time has been going on, he's starting to prove that he's serious about the sport. Whether you look at him as a fighter or not, it's the fact that he's able to bring eyes to the sport. And how many times did he had the ladies on fighting where they get so many eyes and they get the best money they've ever got? He's pretty much known for doing that. So we just gonna have to wait and see which Mike gonna show up. Maybe he should eat some shrooms before he get in the ring.
Yeah, after the fight, I feel like Mike Tyson gonna give y'all some game because they talking about he had that little health scare. He was riding around in the wheelchair and shit. Something wrong with his heart.
There wasn't nothing wrong with his heart.
Mike Tyson gonna fuck around like, that's the art of war. You gotta make your opponent think you're weak. These guys, I study all the great killers. Sun Tzu. The guy from China. I study all the great killers. So that's how I use the art of war to defeat Jake Paul. These guys don't read enough history.
That would be crazy.
I studied Genghis Khan. Sun Tzu, Hannibal Lecter. I study all the great killers.
Did you say Hannibal Lecter, Mike? Hold up. You just can't whiz that past me, Mike. Did you say Hannibal Lecter? Man, he is serious. Whoo, that's a real study. Is that why you bit Holyfield's ear? You know what I'm saying?
That'd be some crazy shit.
Talk to me, Mike. Is that what happened? Wow.
Killer as a mentality,
Man, here's see. I've studied all the great killers. Genghis Khan, Hannibal Lecter, Candyman,
Jeffrey Dahmer, and all those guys.
Whew. That's crazy. Come on, man. Shoot. Got my side hurting. I haven't a good laugh in a long time. Feel good being on here kicking it with the fam like this. But yeah, we coming back Tuesday. Why would you ask me if I was coming back Tuesday? Because it came on today.
Yeah, you already talked about all the fights. I'm thinking you just doing it for the week, get it out the way.
See, we could come on Tuesday and we end up talking about, I don't know, something. We always find something to talk about. It never fails.
You talk about the election and how they thought white women was gonna vote for Kamala. That shit had me rolling.
Bruh. What had me tripping, I got up and I walked past the TV, right? And I hear the news people saying, oh, it's a close race. And then I turned my eyes on the screen and like, this motherfucker only need 40 more votes. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? It's close. He is kicking her butt. But
I've been hearing a couple of conspiracy theories though. They said like in the swing states, right? It was like they elected all Democratic like governors, they elected women, but then like some kind of way, Trump got elected. Like so it's like they making a ballot look like people just went and voted for Trump and then voted blue down the rest of their ticket. Or they just voted for Trump and then vote for nothing else, like for no local official. Which in most states you can't even do that. You gotta fill in the whole ballot. So they saying that Starlink, which is Elon Musk internet company or whatever, they was in charge of the swing states. And he was backing Trump's campaign. So a lot of people saying there's some fishy shit going on, but we'll see what that develops into.
that sound like salmonella.
Yeah,
It
that's crazy,
smell
right?
like,
Like
man,
people vote red at the top and then vote blue
blue
all the way down
everywhere.
the ballot. Yeah,
Which,
like that.
but that would have to be a whole effort amongst a group that a bunch of people is, you know what? We're gonna vote for one blue person, then we're gonna vote straight red.
Yeah, wrong red person and then straight blue. Yeah.
I'm just
And they
tripping
saying
because
a lot of people saying their ballots weren't counted and they saying they weren't registered after they done voted. Like it's some weird shit going on, man. But we'll see.
no, we won't. It's over. Trump is the only. Let me ask you this: how can you be? Didn't they say he was convicted? Not. How did that shit work when he got in trouble?
Yeah, he get sentenced on the end of November. Like the rest of the trial gonna take place. So he said that
Oh, so
motherfucker he might
he
be
can't really
president.
get nothing done while he president. But
He might be
he
president behind
convicted.
bars.
No, he ain't going to jail. He ain't going to jail. What I'm trying to
Nah.
understand is how this felon get to run for president, but all the other felons that you know of, Ray, Moot, Chris, Charles, Tom, family members, they can't even vote no more. But this dude can run for president.
Ain't that wild?
Make it make sense. That's what people should be looking at, talking about, and trying to get turned over so they can vote. If voting really meant something to them. This wasn't nothing but a big ass popularity contest. They voted for the dude that they thought was gonna get them money. I hear some people say, "Oh, stimulus is about to start coming now." No, they ain't. Prices is finna go up. Yes, they are. This man talking about kicking people out the country at a massive rate. Massive, bruh.
Oh yeah, they talk about denaturalization. Like, well, like damn, they go uncitizen your ass.
That kind of stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, this is
But that's
something.
gonna be hilarious because a lot of them motherfuckers voted for him and was supporting him. I
Exactly.
can't wait. There's a lot of motherfuckers at my job, lineage from another country, and they supporting Trump. If that nigga deport them, I'm gonna laugh so hard in their face.
You ain't gonna laugh, are you? You
Man,
gonna laugh for real? You gonna laugh like
you
a
voted
chuckle,
for
like,
it.
or you gonna
No,
laugh wholeheartedly, like,
you voted for that motherfucker.
look at your ass. I, I, I can't do it. I can't understand. I was sitting here. I'm in Texas. We got what's his name? What's the dude's name? I can't think of this dude's name. He Cruz. We got Ted Cruz, and then we got this dude named. We got this other dude named Allred, right?
Yeah.
First of all, Ted said if your girl get raped, your mama, your baby mama, your girlfriend, whoever she is, they get raped, they just gotta have the baby. God's plan. Allred said, oh no, if you get raped and you don't want to have it, that's cool with me. I'm for abortion. But on the flip side, he also is saying that, you know, if the kid want to get changed over, it ain't up to his mom and dad to talk about it. You know, the schools and stuff like that can start talking to your kid about being a girl. And he's saying that he's all for a little boy turning into a little girl still and playing little girl sports. I say this is the evils that I get to vote for. Sad.
So you said Ted Cruz and who
else? Some Allred.
And he was
a brother.
So he was the liberal, the Democrat.
He bruh. You feel what I'm saying?
Because usually that's the liberal Democratic stance that, you know, they support the transgender.
They support everything.
Yeah. But see, that's why I feel like, man, we need like 4 candidates for each particular position. Like, do we need to mix these issues up a little bit?
People need to actually know who it is they voting for. They need to get out and learn the candidates, because it's not always just the 2 candidates that you see. It here in San Antonio, you remember the dude Castro that went up there and started dealing with Obama? He was from San Antonio. He had a twin brother. He was the mayor here in San Antonio or something like that. And you know, he went and worked with Obama. You know, Castro was his name. But people got to start, if you really want to get good candidate, and I hate to have to bring it up like this politics, and I'm gonna jump on what Dog Kent say before I go to it. He said Trump stated he gonna pardon the people who got convicted on January 6th. I heard that as well. I think I heard it on the Breakfast Club. I'm not for sure, but it might have been on there. But I did hear it. Lost my train of thought. Just like that. It'll come back if you don't and do it. I mean, if you do it, do it. If you don't, don't. People say he the convicted people on January 6th. Come on, really? These people literally stormed the Capitol. They had murder in their eyes. They were talking about hurting people, really. If he could, if he pardoned them, you know what? All I can say is, well, damn. That's all I can say. I could say some other stuff, but none of it gonna mean nothing. But as far as getting the candidate that you know, you got to get a homegrown person. When they say truly grassroots homegrown, you need to know this dude, Calvin or Chris or whoever it is. Make sure they keep their nose clean, because that's the only way you're gonna get somebody up there. These governors and stuff is brought by these rich people. I ain't gonna put no color on them, because all of them is rich, so they all thinking the same way. So the only thing that matters is green. If you ain't part of the green team, it is what it is. They're gonna make sure everything is set and fixed perfectly for them, where they can like reach out the window of their luxurious flat or car and pluck a fruit from the tree, and not look at homeless people on the street or worry about any problems that regular people have. Napoleon Armstrong said people say he may get Diddy out of jail, get out of jail free card. Well, he was at the parties. They got pictures of Trump at the party. He was grabbing them by the. Let me see. The Supreme Court about to be all Republican. Thomas and the other older one may retire. Ooh, that would be crazy, because Trump get to put more judges on the court. He didn't pretty much put, if that's the case, and he get to put the other judges to replace them, he'll be to fill up the Supreme Court with his own justices across the board, pretty much.
Yeah, it ain't gonna
which
be
will
broken
make him
down to take nothing to the Supreme Court for a nigga like you, especially if you got like some discrimination charge. You might as well just goddamn settle with that before you get the Supreme Court.
Man, I'm gonna say something that's crazy, and it's just a thought. But do you believe? I'm just wondering if this man tried to become a dictator. Do you believe these people will follow that?
What people?
The ones that's Trump supporters, like they are.
Man, look, Trump, he appeals to a white supremacist base. So whatever he say, they gonna follow that shit. Long as he make it clear that we are against the Negroes, they gonna follow whatever he say. Cause look,
Not the
you
Negroes.
got Kamala, who was coming with this whole abortion rights angle and women's health care, and we gonna make sure that women have proper health care during birth. You have an ectopic pregnancy, you can terminate it so that you don't die, et cetera, et cetera. So they was pushing this hard, and white women still voted for Trump because they will put white supremacy over their own health care, man. They do not care. I'm telling you. White supremacy over everything. I done told people that. I told people before the damn election Trump was gonna win that shit. So yeah, I believe they'll go with anything you say.
Without a doubt. You won't hear me argue about it. They stand behind a man. No matter how ruthless or crazy he is. They can always see the good of his plan.
Yeah. I
At
mean,
least they think they can.
I don't know if you know who Jared Taylor is.
The name sound familiar, but I can't pull a face.
Yeah, he's a very, very influential white supremacist dude. I think he's in his 70s now, but he grew up in Japan. So he's an intelligent guy, but
Wait a minute,
his main thing is
hold on, because I just heard an oxymoron in it. You said he's a white supremacist?
Yes, sir.
That grew up in Japan?
Yes, he is. He's white, but he grew up in Japan. Like he spent like the first 15 years of his life in Japan.
Oh, that had to be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, so he's here now in America. He believes in Trump being elected. Like he supported Trump because he said his policies, if implemented, will make sure that white people remain at the top of the pecking order in America. Because that's why America was created. Was for white people, he says. So I mean that tell you everything you need to know.
Well, one thing I can't really argue with is his sense of it was created for a certain people. Are we being political right now?
What do you
That
mean?
ain't us. We not political. We just speaking
I
out.
mean, everybody is political, whether they realize it or not.
At some point or another, just like they could be prejudiced and a little bit racist. Yeah, I said that. I ain't spitting speech hate or nothing like that. I'm just keeping it real. See, there may be more attempts to unlike him. I don't know if that first attempt to unlike him was a real attempt. It just seemed too superheroish like to me. You know what I'm saying?
It should look fake.
That's superheroish. I would say. I don't know why I keep trying to have to sneeze, but it's trying. Huh. Okay, I thought that would off. Man. I know some people close to me that voted for that dude. I was like, for real? And they gave me their reasons, and I'm like, for real? That's why?
Listen, man, as far as the policies are concerned, like I could see, because I didn't really like either candidate, so I'm like, yeah, I get it. But like when people become a part of the cult and they rocking this merchandise and just talking about, oh, Kamala told this lie, she told that lie. I'm like, both of these motherfuckers telling lies. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know.
Like a
When I see
bug.
people become part, when I see it coming, like becoming part of the Trump cult, then I kind of know what I'm looking at right there. That's like you falling for the whole white supremacy thing. Like it's more than just the policy. Like
You
I
drink
said, I
out the
can
dirty
see like,
glass.
okay, what to say?
They drink out the dirty glass.
Yeah, and drunk the Kool-Aid. Yeah, I can see. I can see like if you looking at the policy, you're like, well, as far as my interest, I guess this the best I got. But
Yeah.
I just can't see
Look
the
at what you
cult
trade
mentality.
off for. Look at the trade off you made for that for that policy you like. But it is what it is. And Moose didn't look good in Philly. I'm sorry, y'all. He just didn't. That boy Harry looked awesome. You almost thought it was a Karen fight. A little blunt won't stay lit. Well, now I guess for real, we can go ahead and say goodnight. We was getting ready to say it, and then we started talking again. That's how I go. You got anything you want to say to the people before we vamoose?
Peace.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
We ain't got no hits coming from AI. AI meets music.
I don't know, man. If I drop some more music, it's gonna be my own shit.
Cause I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna do a Track Titan song. Are you got me chomping at the bit for that, homeboy? You can't be pulling back from the table.
Let's try Titan song.
I don't know. You said you was gonna look in one to see. Got me sitting around waiting, saying I'm waiting to see the magic happen.
I do got that one beat. Yeah, I might try to mess with that. See what I come with.
Yeah, go ahead, Magic Man, do your thing. With that being said, I'm gonna say thank you for everybody coming. Like I said in the beginning, this episode was brought to you from the Block Fam and HW Weeks. And we out.